Mmm. Mmm. Xbox Game Pass about to be cheaper. That's gonna be interesting. Sony shuts down another studio, PXO, and now they're stopping to making the car with Honda. The hell is going on over there? Let's get to it.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Brothers coming, I need a team. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fernie's training people, where's game? All recent gaming, go race and pay top beat. Good morning, coming, moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. I don't know why, but I thought I was like, do I have more hair now? So I was like, let me see, because I'm looking like I'm having more hair, but no, it's the hair gel. But either way, chat. Good morning, everybody else. Opportunity, the crazy one. Wishing y'all a beautiful and an awesome Wednesday. Chat, good morning. How you guys doing? What's cooking? What's happening? What's baking? I mean, seriously, what are y'all barbecuing today? Chat. Man, what? Hold on a second. Hold on. Got it now. I was like, what's wrong with my neck though? But fixed it. Man, how y'all doing? What's good? So it says here, Pickles, good morning, Louis. How you doing, Pickles? What's up, everyone? Eric, what's up, everyone? Eric, how you doing? David Cohen says, Louis is steering into our souls in that thumbnail. Am I? Or maybe it's the painting behind me who's doing that, though. Speaking of that, I forgot to turn on my Xbox. We'll leave it off today. We'll leave it off. Save a little bit on electricity. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll get over there. So, lots of things have been happening. I mean, we're getting some good Xbox news and more Xbox good news and more Xbox good news. But on the other side, though, it ain't looking pretty, my friends. I mean, the other side, shoot. Oh my God. It's something that you see, you look at it, you're like, what the fuck is going on over there? I mean, it's insane how crazy things are. I mean, you got another studio shut down. Yeah, we all know who did not come out and announce it. Because he was golfing, probably. Or I don't know what he was doing. He was probably busy. I put that as a joke yesterday on Twitter. But yeah, I put that as a joke because, I said I called him, but, or he called me or something, yeah. But I was just joking, though. But either way, though, my chat. Another studio shut down. Sony closed down PXO. And they've also stopped producing the car with Honda. You remember that little car that they showed us, with the big screen that you can drive it with the controller, and then you can grab it, and you can do Gran Turismo into it, or Need for Speed, or what's the other one? I forgot the other one. I forgot the name of the other one. But yeah, that's what it was. Though they were working on that car. They were trying to get the car out there. That little Honda car is gonna be the future. It's got the little big screen, and you can drive with it. Like I said, you can drive like, with the controller and everything. Why in the blue haven't you gotten that shit in the first place? I'm being serious. That's the one thing I've always said about you all when I saw that damn car. I was like, Sony, look, you guys have cool stereo. You guys have all this cool stuff, but why in the blue hell are you getting into a car though that you can drive with the controller? You know how much money that shit costs? I mean, sooner or later we'll probably get the cool James Bond gadget. I don't know if you guys watch, Tomorrow Never Dies, because with Tomorrow Never Dies, I think it was, James Bond was driving that BMW with his cell phone. So pretty soon we'll probably get that gadget that you can, turn on your phone and tell the car, hey car, get out of the parking lot. Put the phone and the car turns on with the app and comes out the parking lot. Probably that's gonna happen sooner or later, or you can drive it up towards you. I mean, I don't know. Things are interesting when it comes out to technology, but a controller though, there's some stuff out there, Sony. Like I always say about y'all, I just do not understand, my friends. I do not understand. But yeah, that's one thing I had to get that out of my chest though. So let me say good morning, my chat. Pickles, good morning, good morning. Jubei got a Walter Goggins, and right before the show, why is a real life actually weirder than the Fallout his Fallout character? I do not know. Good question. New Jack Gaming says, Louis, hack my X account. La Fallout, I'm in JP. It is hacked to. What do you mean? You got hacked? New Jack? Y'all gotta watch out for those hacks out there on Twitter, man. It's crazy. It's getting crazy and seriously really crazy out there when it comes to these Twitter hacks. Like they're talking to you and telling you, oh, we're a dev or something. Listen, don't click on any fucking links with that they send over you on Twitter. Do not. Just don't fall for those tricks. No. I don't know why it's so serious. What's up, brother? Good morning. Asha, really out here trying to lower down Game Pass prices, alright? Yes, sir. Look, Asha, for what I'm seeing, she's really doing her job. Right? She's really working really, I'm impressed though that all of a sudden we got a discount on all these Xbox consoles. Like, holy shit, she's actually doing something good, She's trying to motivate the people that, are already on Xbox, right? On the OG Xbox One, she's motivating them, hey, hop over here. And she actually did a pretty good discounts over there, So let's see. They're not that bad though, They could have been better, of course, because, it is what it is, but it's not that bad though. It's not that bad, to be honest, And also, she took down the whole "this is an Xbox" thing, which is, like I said, I got the idea of the campaign, but, yeah. Let's see though. Louis should grow hair on top of his head already. Long so he can have a soft serve ice cream cone level comb over. Thank you. I'm really working hard. I'm taking these pills that supposedly, make you grow hair, and I'm also using a special shampoo. And speaking of that, I gotta go today to the hair lady because she's going to stick needles in my head. I don't know how that works though, but it does. Well, I'm playing the Steam version of Halo MCC on my Lenovo Legion Go, and after playing it, I realized the Steam version is the best version. Really? That's cool. Ray G says, I want games with gold back. Hell, next month is Rome Pro PS Essentials is getting Lords of the Fallen. Why do you want that shit to come back, Richie, though? Heck yeah, I can't get into my X account. Oh, man, that sucks. Yep, Sony closing the studio and cutting financial to another. Yes, sir. Crispy Rambo, good morning. Good morning. I think it was a PS fanboy I pissed off. Well, they're usually the ones who are out there doing all these weird stuff. I mean, I see some weird stuff, and I saw one of the biggest PS5 fans out there do a long ass nib tweet. I mean, literally, this guy wrote like 50 articles yesterday. I'm not kidding you, chat. I was like, whoa, this is a long ass article. Basically, like showing his love and support to try to keep like the community alive. But here's the thing, though, and I'll tell you this much. And this is towards you, Zuby Tech. You all need to start fucking focusing on your backyard. You do. You need to focus on it. I'm a morning news show here, and I talk about your backyard a lot, right? And sometimes, I make fun of you all for the things you say out there because that's what you all do. You all go out there, you trash everything everybody does, but when it comes to you all, you see something good, you praise it. You find it amazing. You glaze it with glory, but yet you're not seeing what's behind that praising or what's going on when you see so much praising over there. You don't see it. You don't see it. Or you just chose not to see it. I mean, y'all getting your butt sued right now. What I mean by y'all, because y'all believe that you're part of Sony in some sort of way, which I find it hilarious. But yeah, y'all are about to get sued right now. I mean, you're being sued at this very moment. Y'all don't do shit about it, or don't talk about it, or don't support the consumer that's actually suing the company, because you know you got to support the consumers at the end of the day. And if Xbox was making a bad practice, you know the consumers were suing about something, be like, heck yeah, you know, sue them. They're doing a bad practice, and your company's been doing a bad practice for the longest of time, for years and on end, when it comes down to the store. Yet you guys are not talking about it, right? What else are you guys not talking about it? You guys are not looking at how they're shutting down games. You guys are not looking at what's going on. But you guys are trying to twist it around, move the goalposts. Bobby, every time I talk about Sony, you come by. What's up, Bobby? I know, Bobby. Haven't you guys noticed that, chat? Every time we talk about Sony, Bobby comes by. Didn't y'all notice that? Yeah, Bobby, I get it, yeah. I know, Bobby. So what's new? Good. It's a beautiful day. I know, Bobby. It's a beautiful day. Go eat your food, Bobby. Let us be. Bobby mad, though. Bobby mad because we talk about Sony, though. He mad. Go, Bobby. Oh, there he goes. He left. So, yeah, like I said, they focus too much on their own, on people, on other people's stuff. Like, for example, DLSS 5, like I was talking about yesterday, was so funny because I read a lot of tweets on them hating DLSS 5, but yet they love the Pistol Tech. I'm like, come on. But that's how it is, though. That's how it is. They need to focus on their own shit and start talking about their own stuff and start focusing on what Sony's doing. What are you guys doing? What are you guys shutting down studios? Why did y'all form this studio? I mean, y'all don't push them to talk. All you do is cheer. Cheer, for example, the whole PC thing. You guys find that smart? That they're pulling off a PC? Okay. Because you guys want to keep on with the console war shit? But while you keep on with the console war shit, look what's going on over there. Golly. Sincere's, what's up? Good morning, brother. How you doing, man? How you doing? Rachie says, games for gold are like 36 new games for the library constant. While Game Pass Essential is the same 50 games for years nonstop. Okay, now that's a different story, though. Now I know what you mean, though. For the last 2 or 3 years of the service, games with mod, gave you 2 trash games no one ever heard of and didn't even want in their libraries. Damn. That bird is a pony, says Yubei. Nah, it's just Bob. Bobby likes to fly in and say good morning to all of us. You know, so that's actually a beautiful thing, you know, when you got a bird that comes by and sings to you, you know, it's a good thing. It's actually a good feeling. Because, you know, you can have the worst day ever, but once you hear that bird just coming over to your window and be like, choo, 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 just shouting out, you know, it's a nice thing. I love nature, my friends. I do. So I said, before it was the fun of the games were good. Also, PS Essential get bangers. Hey, Lamont Davis, good morning. How you doing? I'm telling y'all, don't act surprised when y'all finally 2 words get to floated around in the Sony camp. Naughty Dog and Lean, just saying. Oh, shit. Sincere's, I gotta tell you something. King David out there, he's been saying that the PS6, you know, is not going to come out. He's been saying that for years, you know. He said, no PS6, no PS6, no PS6. He calls himself Mr. 96% right. I don't know what he's going to do if it does come out. But, man, I'm starting like to see something like, okay, they decided to leave PSN, you know, like to change the name, the branding. I don't know what it was. But, like I sit here and I started to think, I'm like, okay, they're shutting down more studios. They're doing a lot of budget cuts. Are they killing PlayStation? Are they shutting it down? I mean, you can actually like think about that. Are you seriously thinking that PlayStation could shut down though? It's getting scary though. I'm not joking. It's getting scary out there when it comes down to Sony itself. Insane. So like I was saying though, chat, and we're gonna start covering this right now. So this is one of the news. It's not gaming related, but damn, it's another thing that Sony's pretty much shutting down. It's going away. And that is Sony Pictures to wind down on Pixomondo. Sony Pictures' own VFX and virtual production company Pixomondo is to be won down by Sony. That was one of the things I saw yesterday, and I was like, why? But I don't get it, chat. I don't get it. I mean, they just had a Spider-Man trailer that supposedly beat 1 billion views. I don't know if that was botted. Because, you know, it probably was botted. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, chat. You know, it's fantastic to hear that, you know, that Spider-Man trip got 1 billion views. It's pretty cool. You know, and yeah. Hearing this, like, they're shutting out, like, the PXO thing, you know, it's like, huh? Why are you guys doing this? Like, because it was something, you know, they purchased from back in the day and it used to work and probably it's not working as much as anymore, blah, blah, blah. But, all right. Sounds kind of weird. They're shutting things down like that. And that was one of the things I saw that shut down yesterday. One of the things I saw. And here comes the big one. Let me open all this stuff. And here comes the big one, and this is the one we are going to read, chat, because this is the one we have to read and take a look at. And man, oh man, I cannot believe Push Square, you know, actually went out there and put his gloves on, which this is what you all gotta do, you Sony fanboys, instead of looking at what Xbox is doing. Because right now, Xbox gotta do what it's gotta do. Xbox gotta focus on, you know, getting better than what it was. That's what they gotta do. And this is what PlayStation should be doing too. But again, y'all went out there and tried to defend, you know, of course, because, you know, it's PlayStation. You gotta defend it. Shit. PlayStation disaster's first-party leadership culminates in yet another studio closure. Dark Outlaw Games dead. In an increasingly dark day for video games, which Jeff Keighley did not announce because you know what happened this morning? He came by and announced. What is Pixomondo? That's a good question, Sinceres. Well, Pixomondo is a studio. Shoot, I have to get that back then. Let me go get it. What is Pixomondo? Okay, so Pixomondo PXO is an Oscar and Emmy-winning international visual effects VFX virtual production company known for creating high-end digital content for film, television, and commercials. Acquired by Sony Pictures Entertainment in 2022, PXO specializes in virtual production using LED volumes and has worked on major projects like Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, and Avatar, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Wait, okay, I'm confused. Which is Avatar: The Last Airbender and Avatar? Because I know there's Avatar the blue dudes and there's Avatar the bald guy. Which was that one though? Help me out with that, chat. But let's keep reading this. This is some spicy stuff. So, holy shit. Oh my god. Let's read this because now I'm seeing something big here. So it says here, Dark Outlaws Games, led by Treyarch veteran Jason Blondo, and officially announced last year, has been shuttered before it can even ship a game. Wow, that's crazy. Many of you will recall that Los Angeles-based studio was born from the ashes of Deviation Games, a studio partnered with PlayStation and working on a first-party project before it was closed a couple of years ago. It continues to be a dreadful decade of Sony decision-making, which has seen it acquire and shutter a slew of studios, including most recently Blue Point Games. Here's a list of all the PlayStation first-party studio closures since the PS5 launch. Damn, I think there's more studio closures than games out here. Of course, I had to say that, my chat. And remember, chat, yesterday we had someone dropping here in the show and telling us we are mad because we're not getting PlayStation exclusives. But here comes the question, though. What exclusives, though? I mean, look at this shit. Y'all being shut down. So, here's a list of PlayStation first-party studios closures since the PS5's launch. Manchester Studio in 2020, that's one. Japan Studio in 2021, that's two. Pixel Opus in 2023, that's three. Oh my god. London Studio, and that was the one that Jim Ryan even went over there and sat down, had dinner with them, and all of a sudden the next day, boom, they were out. That's four. Firewalk Games, that's five. Neon Koi, that's six. Blue Point Games, that's seven. And Dark Outlaw Games is eight. Shit. Obviously, there's no attachment to Dark Outlaw Games, as we never got an opportunity to know what it's working on, but it continues a disastrous run for PlayStation first party, which has stumbled its way through the PS5 generation. Mondo's best known for working on Call of Duty Zombies, so it's likely Dark Outlaw Games would have been working on first-person shooter. We know Deviation Games before it was bearing away of some kind of sci-fi game. So more layoffs today, says Mr. Jason Schreier. You don't know who he is. The man, if you say something to him or even hi, he blocks you. PlayStation is closing Dark Outlaw Games, a studio formed last year by former Call of Duty lead Jason Blundo. His previously PlayStation studio Deviation was shut down in 2024. PlayStation is also making other cuts, including in mobile development, around 50 people laid off. Damn. Elsewhere, a small number of layoffs will also be carried out across the wider PlayStation family in US and Europe. As part of the platform holder is moving away from the mobile game market. Why? Holy shit, why? Although it will still support previously announced projects like MLB The Show and Horizon Steel Frontiers. Sony has spent years converting the smartphone gaming gold mine, but has failed to ship anything of note. It's currently in location testing Ratchet & Clank Ranger Rumble in select regions, although we don't have particularly high hopes for it at this point. It's churned through a number of high-profile executives in the space, many of whom it poached from leadership positions at giants like Apple. Now it's decided to invest elsewhere. Uh-oh. Wow. Ah, man, chat. We sit here and we go back to something. Let me go back to something. Back in January, when TCL was getting 51% of Sony TVs, I said something funky smelling over here. There's something funky out here. It ain't looking pretty. It ain't looking pretty. And after we see TCL getting his 51%, right? We start, to see little by little things coming out, some stuff, that was happening. And all of a sudden we see that, Lin Tao goes out there and she says, hey, in order for us to face the RAM crisis, we're going to charge you more. The PS5 fan base. We're going to charge you more on software and, what is it? Content and services. TLC is going to be next to shut down. TLC. Is it TCL or TLC? I get confused. Is it TLC or TCL? I forgot. But, yeah. Then we see that from Lin Tao. After that, we see Blue Point shut down. That's one. And this is all in the last 3 months has been going on. I mean, we are 3 months in, and all we're getting is really bad news when it comes down to PlayStation. So, yeah, we see the TV signing. We see Lin Tao coming out there saying this stuff. Blue Point shut down, and now this is for another studio shutdown, which is, what is it? Is it called Dark Outlaw Games? That's 4 things that's happening right now in Sony. Although they had, a big third-party showcase. They had a big third-party showcase, Try to have the game, when it comes down to games, a little bit more positive. They had John Wick on it, blah, 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 all this stuff. Cool, no problem. But. That won't close down because they made money from it. But, isn't Asobi the one who made Astrobot, though? I think it is, though. But. Four things happen over there in Sony PlayStation Studios. And then we see PXO is actually going away now. They bought it in 2022. And now they decided to stop supporting the Honda car thing, which they invested a ton of money, to get that thing going. Which is now, they stopped doing it. So it comes to question. What the hell is going on over there, Sony? Seriously. What is going on? No joke. I mean, I sit here and y'all go ahead and trash the Xbox for whatever it does or whatever it's doing. But man, Y'all seriously need to do a lot of reconstructing over there. Because even though y'all got your console sales, even though y'all party about that stuff, yay, console sales, the best thing in the world, yay, Saros, yay, Wolverine, yay, this. But it looks like y'all dying over there. Because, man, that's 8 studios y'all closed down. 8 in the last, what? 6, what is it, the PS5 curse or something? I mean, if I was y'all, I would start working on PS6 and get rid of this damn generation. I'm not kidding you. Get away from it. Get away from it. Get away. Go away. Leave. So it says here, 1.2 million sales for Marathon, and was 70-80% those were on PC. I got a question for you, Ubay. Who gave that number out? Who did? Because that number is, it's a question though. We need to remember what ponies are telling us, that they are close to 100 million consoles sold, so PlayStation is okay. Oh man, they can come in here and try to argue with me about that, but the question is again, like I asked them the last time, what am I going to do with 100 million PS5 sales? What am I going to do with 200 million PS5 sales? What am I going to do with 300 PS5 million console sales when you all keep shutting down studios? What am I going to do with that shit? Nothing. Nothing. That's what I'm going to do. Jack and shit. Nothing else. Because it's not giving me anything. Because you all bought the consoles to play games on it, but yet they're killing off their own games. Or the ones who create their own games. Seriously. That's what they're doing. John Wolf X Wolf, he says, Xbox closed Arcane, Tango, and 2 other things in the past couple of years, 100%. But John Wolf, we all now saw why they closed it down though. We all saw why they closed it down though. Because Tango did not have leadership in it, and look what happened. You know, the man supposedly retired. He's like, okay, I'm done, but now he formed a new studio. I don't know what happened with Tango though. We saw that the other day. He forms out a new studio. I was like, wait, weren't you retired though? From Paul Tassi, Bungie Insider, 100% leaks. Destiny 2 are accurate, so he is 100% reliable when it comes to Bungie leaks. From Paul Tassi. Talk about the 1.2 million though. Because if Paul Tassi picked it up from Alinea Analytics though. Because I saw Alinea Analytics have an opinion on this. And Alinea Analytics, I do not trust at all. They messed up so many times. Let me see if I can find that though real quick. Let me see. 1.2 million sold from Marathon. Let's see from what that is from. Of course. Bungie's Ultra Hardcore Extraction Shooter has sold around 1.2 million copies so far, according to a report by Alinea Analytics. You can't trust Alinea, my friends. You can't. You gotta wait for the company to come out and say it. I don't trust Alinea. I can't trust it. I can't trust it. Hey, you know, I'm not judging Paul Tassi though. Listen, I'm not judging Paul Tassi. I'm judging Alinea Analytics. Anything that has to do with Alinea Analytics, I can't. Because remember, those are the same guys that said that Final Fantasy sold 22,000 copies because they went in and saw the reviews and people posted on reviews. And you know what it means, chat though. You know what it means, you know. And then they said that Metal Gear only sold like 500,000 copies, and then, you know, all of a sudden Metal Gear sold 1 million copies. Oh my god. That was so funny. Leave for the doc, cuz we don't give a F for GTA 6. Oh, you're about to get a 5BB money though. Yeah, Lenovo Legion Go is a tablet, and to be fair, it has touch controls on, By the way, the Lenovo Legion Go definitely is better than the Nintendo Switch. Don't tell Herman Smith. Yo, you're saying some stuff here. Nintendo, we love you, Nintendo, so don't sue us. If you're gonna sue someone, go sue David. Don't sue Lou. He's the one who said it. I'm just reading a comment. Go sue David, not Lou. Go sue him. No, I'm just kidding. You know, it's okay, David. I'm just messing around. They're all good, David. They're all good. Tablets are all good. I mean, if you're having fun and you're enjoying it, that's what matters. So it could be Nintendo Switch. It could be a fucking Game Gear. I don't care. If you're enjoying it, that's what matters, my friend. That's what matters. Have fun with that. Let me see, without analytics, a budget insider, and never leak inaccurate data. How many of those studios did MS go and buy specifically, and how many of those studios came with the purchase of the parent company? Oh, when they bought Bethesda, though, all that stuff came in. But here's the thing, though. Tango and that Arcane, Texas, right? Those two studios, when you sit down, you look at their history. Tango made some good games, but they just did not sell. I mean, shit. Evil Within is a good game, but it just didn't take off. The second one was sold like 500,000 copies, which sucks. And then, you know, they finally got a game running, which is Hi-Fi Rush, which is doing a pretty fantastic job, but it got shut down. It did. It did. But at the end of the day, though, Tango had no leadership. Pretty much the guy who was leading that studio just left. He said, I'm going to retire. And with that money, he decided to say, I'm going to form another studio. Incredible. Yeah, it's more definitely a gaming industry thing going on. The AAA game lane is going through a major course correction. Yep, 100%. There is an issue out there that people don't talk about because they'd rather console war, they'd rather celebrate PlayStation console sales, they'd rather do all this shit and war against each other instead of sitting down and seeing what's there. They'd rather do that stuff. And we have talked about it plenty of times. You know, you got Epic Games having layoffs now. You got more rivals that had layoffs. You got this shit that got shut down. You got that stuff that's happening. Ubisoft, we don't know if Ubisoft is alive, though. We just see them pumping out games, but at the end, though, is it still alive? Because they pump out a game, they do good, but still they shut down more shit. I mean, there's some things that you just don't understand out here. The studio who made Gears of War mobile game, I didn't even know Gears had a mobile game. There you go. We know it's not higher than 1.2 million copies, though. The player count have been horrible. That's the thing, though, Yubei. I mean, it's hard to read those measures, right? Because, I mean, there's no one out there that says, okay, Steam would have said total players who bought the game on Steam, then we will probably find out who actually bought the game on Steam. But we don't know. We don't know. And I don't know where Alina picks up this data, but they sure have messed up a lot, though. We know it's not higher than 1.2 million. Okay, the play counts have been horrible. Who? Yeah, Ubisoft. Why so serious? Ubisoft. Ubisoft, last year, Assassin's Creed Shadows, fantastic, but more layoffs. More of this. More of that. Embracer Group. Big mess. Xbox? Well, they had layoffs. Yep. Studio shutdowns. They had like 4. But man, the king out here is PlayStation when it comes to studio shutdowns right now. As video game console makers, you know, the king is PlayStation right now. They got 8. That's the thing, though. I don't understand what's going on out here with the industry. And that's something that, you know, we keep questioning, keep asking, like, what's happening? What is it that you all need? What do you all got to do? Do you all need to flush out Game Pass? Do you all need to do that? I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know something, though. I do know something. And this is something that's really important, though. Illuminati 420. Good morning, Louis. Did you catch GameStop? And that says, getting bored of a PS5? Turn in your PS5 Slim and get an S. Or 69 cash. That's crazy, laugh out loud. I know. Because, you know, when they want to go in and do some shit, right? They'll do it. But right now, Illuminati, the thing is, they're trying to be like the cool people, you know? Like, yeah, let's do the cool thing. Because the other day, they were rooting for PlayStation. Because when we had the Game Pass hike, right? There was the Game Pass hike. All of a sudden, with the Game Pass hike, what happened, though? They were like, oh, we have cards here. Come on over here and buy it. You know, making fun of Xbox. But now, PlayStation shuts down another studio. They're like, sell your shit. And let me tell you something, chat. It's like what I told Pickles yesterday. I seriously told him this on Discord. He's like, if another student shuts down, I'm selling out my pro. I'm like, bro, don't give him your library. Shit, come on. You seriously gonna sell because you're starting? I mean, as long as these consoles are pumping out games, even though the third party, not first party though, keep your console there, man. Keep your library alive, because at the end of the day, maybe one day in the future, you probably could sell it, make some money on it, because it's mad expensive how much we invest in this library. I have over 600 games on my Xbox, 100 and something games over here on Steam, and all this stuff. You know, I will never tell you to go in and trade. Now, if you have 1 or 2 games on it, then shit, go ahead and trade if you want to, no problem, and enjoy your Game Pass. That's how it is, though. And yep, that was Pickles right there. Yep. In 2010, Microsoft had 90K employees, and now they have 230K, 135% K increase. They have a lot of employees in there. Of course, when you have fucking a lot of employees, there's going to be layoffs, though. But they make it sound like it's like the major issue. But layoffs suck. Period. They do. And Pickles, I would literally tell you right away, right here live, do not do that, because you're giving away your money and your library to them. Don't give them that. Keep your library alive, my friend. If you have that many games, it's not like me, which I have like 30 or 40 games on the PS5. And it's okay, I wasn't heavily invested though. But shit, you have 144 games, my friend. I mean, you sit down and do the math here. Let me do the math. Simple and easy. Let's say you bought those games and they cost you $70 all, right? Let's say that. 144 times 70. So you have invested $10,080 into that damn console. Plus the Pro, which is probably $900. I don't know which edition you bought, digital with the disc, I don't know. So basically, you have $11,000 invested. Why in the blue hole are you gonna give those guys $11,000 out of you? Keep it, man. Don't give it to them. Don't. Now, if they die or they shut down, then that's another thing, though. But damn. See, this is why you gotta do math. You gotta analyze stuff before you go nuts. Because look, I get when we go into feelings. I understand that, right? We go in with feelings. We go in and see stuff, and we're like, man, I'm pissed off at the company. But you got to do the math first. You got to say, man, I have this much. Like, for example, I have almost $30,000 invested in my Xbox when it comes down to games. Almost 30. No fucking joke. There's like $30,000 invested in my Xbox when it comes down to games. That's how it is. And I know there's this one guy here that has come into the chat, and he said he's got 20,000 games on Steam. Imagine that, 20,000 games on Steam. Shit. Oh my God. That's why you got to sit down and do the math. Don't give them that money. Don't give it to them. Keep it there, because maybe, like I said, one day you'll probably sell it and make some money out of it. Because remember, right now we're going into a digital era. And maybe, you know, with Meta and all that shit happening, these accounts are going to be worth money. Meanwhile, Valve has only 350 employees and made 17 billion revenues in 2025. That's a lot of revenue for employees. But remember one thing, Commando Striker, Valve works on one thing. Microsoft has a shit ton of things. Microsoft has Word, Windows. What the hell? Microsoft has everything. Word, Windows, nuclear reactors, toilets that speak to you, houses that open doors for you. Microsoft has everything. Cows, because Boogie's got a lot of cows though. He bought land to bring up cows. Saudi Prince got 45,000 Steam games. He is well known in the Dota community. Listen, let me tell you something. Let's do the math real quick on that though. Let's do the math. Let's say 45,000 Steam. Holy shit, that's a lot of games though. Let me do the math on that real quick. Calculator coming up. So let's see. He has 45,000 games times 20. Let's see, times 20 for 20 hours on average. That is 900,000 hours divided by 24. Damn, divided by 360. He's never going to finish those games. That's a lot of games. He's never going to finish them. He's never. Because look, I just did the math. It's simple. You get 45,000 K games. Let's say the average of those games is 20 hours. In 20 hours, you multiply that, right? Let's see though. What was the math again? 45,000 times 20. That is 900,000 hours divided by 360. Wait, no. Oops. Oh, my bad. Divided by 24, which is the average, hours. At 37,500 hours divided by, days, sorry. 37,500 days divided by 360, which is, that's how many days are in the year. It's 104 years. He's never going to finish those games unless he becomes a Terminator and lives on for 200 years. I mean, that's the only way. Wait, Terminators only live for like 100 years or something. And still, not even a Terminator can actually beat all these games, though. Can you guys imagine that? Damn. But that's how it is, though. It's me, the Broke Boy Lewis. What's up, bro? Good morning. He says, Metacritic has Xbox the 5th highest rated publisher in 2025. And there are 2 highest rated games on PS Sports for Forza Horizon 5 and Indiana Jones. Dun, 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 dun. I was able to fully log on my 360 account on my Series X and even made profile pic changes. And I was able to change how much of an ass. And I was able to see how much of an ass. I was back when they showed my rep lab my ass off. Well, I have over 1,200 playable games on my Xbox from the original SX. I have a Saudi Prince 40KKK. He's known for the 2 community. To be damn, Prince must be nice. To be honest, it's crazy. What are you gonna do with 45K games? Shit. I probably have 100 something games on Steam. Nice. But most Steam games are like $1. Yeah, I mean, I know that most Steam games are like $1, but if you sit here and you do the average, so because an average video game lasts 20 hours. That's average. Like, for example, right now I'm playing The Witcher 3, and if I were to finish the main story, it's like 20 and 25 hours. So it's an average thing. So if you sit there and do the average, though, on those games, you're like, let me see, let me do the math. Shit, not even in this lifetime you'll be able to finish 45,000 games. Ubase says, MS doesn't have nuclear reactors, but their old CTO and CEO are heads in Terra Power, which is building a modular reactor in Wyoming. I know they don't have it, Ubase. I'm just messing around that. I'm saying that they have all this stuff. They even have cows. Microsoft even has cows to make you meat. Because Bill Gates bought a lot of land to produce cows, though. Yep, smart move by Bill Gates, though. Play Anywhere is the only feature that makes me purchase on Xbox, even when it's a bit more expensive. It's nice to have Play Anywhere, though. Why so? Let me see. Wait. I read something. Ubase says Steamers have thousands of games to just go back to playing CS:GO. Hey, it's fun though. CS:GO is a good game though. My first Steam game is XCOM, Enemy Unknown, and my second game I think is CIV5. Nice. Shout out to the 47 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please, again, hit the subscribe button. And also hit the bell. I mean, we are so close. We are so close. So close to hitting 2K. Come on. We're only 3 away. We've been 3 away for the last 2 days. Stop torturing me and subscribe. Let's get me there. Look at Letech. He's laughing at me. Letech, stop picking on me. It's too early to pick on Lou. It's too early to take. Stop it. Civilization 5, yeah. CIV5. I thought it was, whenever I see CIV5, I was thinking about Honda CV. I hate that damn Jeep. AC Shadows is an amazing, beautiful game. It is beautiful. Will you play Absolum today on Game Pass? What now? Will you play Absolum? How come Absolum sounds like something familiar, though? So, what are we thinking? How could Xbox integrate with Netflix? Rachie was good. We're going to get into that, my friend. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that right now because that is our next topic. We're going to jump into it, my friend. We're going to jump in there and talk about how this is going to happen. And hey, why not? You know what? If it does, I got to give Asha, a big pat on the back. I say, Asha, you kick ass. Did I zoom in? Okay, zoom out. All right, there you go. Perfect. So, let's go. Louis, play Xbox Game Pass? Heck yeah, I play Xbox Game Pass. Why do you think what? Man, I'll subscribe to that service till the end. No matter what. It's the best thing on earth, man. It's the best thing. I mean, I'm telling you, it's the best. Listen. Let me tell you something. There's things I love in my life. Things I love in my life. And that is having my pockets full of cash, right? Making sure the family is well, and my motorcycle. Those are the things I love in my life, you know. Seriously, I love that. And what I mean by family as well, I mean like everybody that's here on the show, everybody that surrounds me, you know, I call you all my family because, you know, we're here every morning, we're sitting here chatting, having so much fun. That's what I mean by my whole family too, and plus my siblings. But yeah, you guys are family too because we're here every morning having fun. But, you know, that wallet gotta be big too. Gotta save that cash, and this is a hobby. And there's some games like, I don't want to purchase at 70 though. I want to wait for it to be on discount. And you know, you go ahead and purchase it. But, chat, let's jump into the subject in hand. And that is, let's start off with this one. Because since someone brought it up on the chat, which thank you. It's fantastic you brought it up because man, oh man, I'm really happy with this. Let's read this news about Xbox going to be on Netflix. Yeah. So Xbox and Netflix have kicked around ideas. Could Game Pass bundle be in our future? Uh-oh. Netflix and Xbox are kicking around ideas for a subscription bundle, hinting. Man, why is this guy calling me, man? Hold on, chat. 1 second. This guy's annoying as hell. Sorry about that. Okay, done. So, let's keep going. Hinting at new ways to expand Game Pass and reach a broader audience, which is a smart move because listen, how many people are subscribed to Netflix? I'm a sucker that I'm subscribed to Netflix. And seriously, that's like the only service I'm subscribed to. When it comes down to movies though. Because I can't watch all movies. Oh, I'm YouTube Premium though. I like the YouTube Premium free movies though. Yeah. So, there are clear similarities between Netflix and Xbox Game Pass. You gotta love stuff when you read like that. Ooh, remember what they call Xbox? The Netflix of gaming. Yes. Let's keep going. With both offering subscription models packed with content and both providing incentives to stay subscribed. Yes. It's also true that Game Pass has often been described as the Netflix for games. Yeah. And it seems that idea may go further. Xbox new CEO Asha Sharma, we love her to death, has reportedly been in talks with Netflix co-CEO Greg Peters, with the pair having kicking around ideas according to the information. What we know about Xbox and Netflix discussions. According to a report, Asha Sharma and Netflix co-CEO Greg Peters have been in discussions about how Xbox and Netflix could work together on a subscription bundle. Nothing has been confirmed, but Peters said he wouldn't eliminate any possibilities, which is a good thing though. Why not have that there? That also is going to attract the person, because look, when it comes down to Netflix games versus Xbox games, right? When it comes down to both of those things, right? Xbox has got a bigger name than Netflix when it comes down to games though. So having Xbox Game Pass on there can attract the users, hopping into Netflix games and have fun with it. They can though. It's a good way to attract them though. Because a lot of people, and let me tell you something. I know Netflix has games. I know it because I've seen it, but a lot of people don't even look at that shit. No joke. Peter also speaks to how he believes Asha Sharma is approaching looking at Xbox, stating, she comes in with an observation that to some degree that the division has been run a bit defensively for the last couple of years. I think she's trying to reinvigorate and invest to grow kind of a model rather than cut to make targets model. Wow, that's pretty good though. When discussing how collaboration would work between Netflix and Xbox, Peter adds, you would have to do it in a way that works for the consumer and works for both companies. And frankly, I think Microsoft's still trying to figure out how to make a Game Pass bundle work for Microsoft. But what I like about Asha thinking is it's all about how do we do more, and it's already been exciting to watch. It seems Asha Sharma has hit the ground since taking on the role of Xbox CEO, and I'm all for it. Whether it's giving more resources to Xbox engineers to improve the user experience on console, or getting rid of the now defunct "This is an Xbox" campaign that has everyone and their moms hating. I am here for whatever Sharma is doing behind the scenes. It is also nice to get these small glimpses of how Sharma is operating behind the scenes, giving us a good idea of just how proactive she is being. Shit, I hate these pop-ups, seriously. Would you be interested in Game Pass X Netflix subscription bundle? For me, it's hard to say. I'm already fed up with paying for Game Pass Ultimate, as the new edition is meant to ease the price hike or not things I'm personally interested in. Ultimately, though, when it comes down to price, as anything above the current 30 price tag is an immediate no, at least for me. So let me just sum it. Only if it was cheaper than buying both separately. Nah, I'll be honest with you. I mean, for what you're paying in Netflix, all that time just for movies itself, I mean, shit. They can add that in there. Yeah, Louis getting ads for electric bikes. Yeah, I have ad blockers, but you know, the thing is, these ad blockers, if you put them on, then the site's like, oh, you know, you can't, if you turn on ad blockers, then you cannot see the site because these ads pay us, blah, 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 blah. That's what they do, though. Yep, that's what they do. So, my idea when the Xbox going to Netflix, you know, and having the conversation, you know, and sitting there and putting Game Pass on Netflix, well, Netflix is expensive. So, yeah, they can add it in there, but do not, either way, they add it or not, they're going to still increase the damn price. So, what's going to be the difference, though? Because Netflix every year increases and increases and increases and increases and increases. So, adding Game Pass to it, if you're talking about price, I mean, and the thing is, why do you think it's going to increase the price on Game Pass, though? Because if they partner with Netflix, I mean, they're just going to partner up like Amazon, for example, partnered up with Xbox. And what they're doing is, you know, on Amazon, you're just getting, you know, the cloud gaming from Xbox. You're not getting pretty much everything, just cloud. That's it. So when it comes down to Netflix, you're just going to get the cloud. So you still got Netflix on Xbox. So I don't know why. You know, you guys are thinking they're going to increase the price because Netflix has got its own thing. And if Xbox Game Pass goes on to it, it's just going to be Netflix or they decide to increase the price or not. That's on Netflix, not on Xbox, though. So I don't know where you got the idea they're going to increase the price on Xbox because they're putting it on Netflix, though. Or they do a partnership and try to bring Xbox into Game Pass. I'm like, no. Because it's just to expand the cloud. That's it. Yep. Hey, at least it doesn't watch corn. Its ads are quite PG friendly. You know, Chad, I should watch more stuff like that because, you know, once in a while we would like to see, you know, hey, pop up on the screen, though. Nah, I'm just kidding. We don't want that, though. I'm just messing. Louise ads are toys and bikes. Yes, because my thing is all about toys and bikes. Wait, that sounded wrong. Pause. Wait, no. I do have a toy. I bought my little Funko Pop. Jason Voorhees, Savini Jason. So, yeah, I do buy my little toys once in a while. Like that. No, those other type of toys. Just in case. But yeah, motorcycles are my thing too. I love motorcycles. Motorcycles, bicycles. I love that stuff. Really? Good morning to you, sir. How you doing? Netflix has just over 300 million subs. Yeah, so imagine that landing over there. Yeah, how about this Game Pass gets integrated into Netflix and Xbox vibes? Netflix, the bag Netflix loses nothing but gains an additional perk to the service. If Netflix users start to using Game Pass, Netflix gets a bonus from Xbox. Yeah, I agree with you there. Because here's the thing though, right? Amazon has Xbox Cloud. They do. I mean, you log in, you can play via Amazon, you can play cloud. Samsung TVs have already Xbox Cloud. So basically, you know, adding Xbox to Netflix It's actually a good thing. They're gonna get a ton of users from that. Now comes to this, y'all. Man, Asha, you know what? Everybody's told Asha, what they were telling Asha? They were telling Asha about exclusives and stuff, but yet nobody said, hey Asha, bring cloud gaming to Dominican Republic. I need cloud gaming down here. So that way, if it gets integrated into Netflix, I get to enjoy Game Pass on Netflix. Yeah. Wouldn't that make... but what's the difference though? Why so serious? Because Netflix keeps on getting expensive year over year. That's the thing though. I mean, you don't have to worry about that. I mean, because... Look, let me see. When was the last price hike from Netflix? Let's go look at this. There you go. Netflix implemented the most recent US price hike in January 2025. This year they have not done shit. That's weird though. But in 2025 they increased the prices. Again, they keep on increasing though. So why are we going to be scared if they add that in there though? But shit, if I actually had to pay $40 for Netflix, I mean, you know, and Netflix better give me, yeah, hey. Some good stuff in there for $40 on Netflix. Damn. Yep. But to be honest though, it'll be fantastic if we actually see, you know, Game Pass come to Netflix. You know, that's say probably like 130 million more subs into their bundle. Probably so. I mean, heck, they'll be able to play Game Pass on their Netflix if they want to. But I like what she's doing though. That's one thing I like what she's doing. What Asha's doing, she's really focusing on trying to bring more people into the box or anything that has to do with the box. She's really pumping up that work. She really is. She really is. And speaking of doing good works, and before that, shout out to the 59 people here watching the show. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. We're 3 away from 2K. Let's go, baby. Let's get to that 2K mark. Come on, subscribe, my friends, and hit the bell too. Yep. Raven ended that start dropping the price. They're doing a bundle. You don't have to save money and end up spending even more money. But the bad side is that Netflix perks come to Game Pass. Wouldn't that affect the price of Game Pass though? But why would did Amazon put perks on Xbox when they made the partnership? I think they didn't do nothing. All it did was just add Game Pass into Amazon though. Samsung TVs just added Game Pass though. So I don't think that's gonna add like perks into the Game Pass. Like, why would Netflix perks go on there, though? I mean, I don't know. That would be a weird one, though. A weird one. And, like I said, I love what she's doing out here. And I love that she's working really hard to do things. And chat, I think we've been heard. As she says, hear you, right? Because, man, oh man, this is something that popped up yesterday. And I was like, oh shit. Another good Xbox news right here, baby. Let's go. Let's go. More on good Xbox news, my friends. More and more. More and more. And it says right here, Microsoft new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma is considering making Game Pass cheaper. After last year's price hike, lower price tiers could be on the way. Wow, please do that. Xbox Game Pass may get some less expensive tiers in the future to make it more accessible. This is some fucking fantastic news, my friends. Because look, at the end of the day, we needed this to happen. Because a lot of people were complaining about Game Pass being expensive, Game Pass being this price, Game Pass and all this stuff. And this is actually good news from Asha, that she's actually looking into it to do this. Last month, about the news after nearly 12 years leading Xbox and after almost 40 at Microsoft, CEO Phil Spencer stepping down. It has been succeeded by the firm's core AI product president, Asha Sharma. Sharma has already made waves by committing to the Xbox console business in the face of uncertainty and hinting the potential return of Xbox exclusives. Turn that page. Turn that page. Stop bringing that up. Turn that page. Stop bringing that up. And according to a new report, she's considering some major changes to Xbox Game Pass as well. Good stuff. As reported, the information, Sharma, because here's the thing about this area, right? And hinting potential return of Xbox exclusives. The thing is, the more you mention it, she's going to look at it. But if it comes out that she does not consider it like to be a money thing, like it's going to bring in all the cash in the world, that's not going to exist anymore. So you guys need to get that idea out of there and keep on talking to what she's trying to fix out here, you know, in general, and leave the exclusives to a side until she does what she has to do and announces what stays exclusive and what doesn't. Because, you know, you got to give her time to work on that, though. So, yeah. And the ones who were hinting that are the fans. Because, Bobby, you thirsty? Why you mad, Bobby? But, all right, let's keep going, though. And Bobby's happy because we're talking about lowering prices right here. Come on, Bobby. Let me do this show. Thank you. As reported by Information, Sharma is considering ways to make future consoles and products like Game Pass more enticing to a broader range of customers. Our potential avenue for this, she's evaluating, is to introduce lower price tiers of Microsoft Gaming subscription service, making it more accessible. Yep. Bobby is a pet bird. Is your pet bird? No, Bobby's just a bird that he lives out here, and he's been, you know, since we started doing the morning shows, he comes by to say hi. He's been here for years, though. I don't know if that's his kid now, because, man, that bird just flies in over here. I got to get him some bird seeds, though. I always keep on telling that. You know what? I'm going to go buy him some bird seeds today, since, you know, I got a couple errands I got to do. I got to get injections in my head, and I got to do several things, though. But, yeah, let's keep going. Notably, this news comes after Microsoft infamously hiked the monthly price of Game Pass last fall, expanding Xbox Cloud Gaming access and introducing Ubisoft Plus classic games to the mix, but controversially increasing the cost of PC Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. The price of former rose about 37%, 11 to $16.49, and then later climbed of a steep 15%, $19.99 to $30. Cheaper tiers includes the basic Xbox Game Pass Essential and the 15-month Xbox Game Pass Premium. Though Sharma may be exploring ways to offer other less expensive tiers or overhaul these existing ones, theoretically, cheaper options might not include certain benefits or could feature ads. Notably, we exclusively reported earlier this year that the Xbox Cloud Gaming will get ad support access in 2026. The implementation of an AI-driven tier of Xbox Game Pass will be quite a major new addition to the service and may raise some eyebrows. It would make sense though. TV and film streaming apps like Netflix, Disney Plus, and others have tiers like this after all. And reportedly, Sharma isn't being deterred from experimentation by what's considered standard in the gaming industry. She wants to retain what makes Xbox great, but at the same time, she's willing to question everything, said Vice President of Xbox Gaming Devices and Ecosystem, Jason Ronald, which that's a good thing because that's what a CEO does. The CEO runs in, checks things out, has to ask questions and says, okay, what am I going to do? Well, Bobby probably died a while ago. I don't know. But either way, though, we'll just keep on calling it Bobby, though. It could be a she. You know, I don't know. But just call it Bobby. Bobby the bird. As long as it's not a crow, bro, because crows are they're annoying. They added stuff nobody was asking for, and to be honest, Netflix is something that people are asking for. But why add Netflix to Game Pass when Netflix is already on Xbox, though? Seriously, Netflix is already on Xbox, so I don't know why they need to add like Netflix in there. So the thing is, y'all are worried that if they make a partnership with Netflix, but the thing is, remember, John Wolf, when they make the partnership, what they're doing is they're just adding Game Pass to that service, which is the cloud Game Pass. Because on Netflix, as far as I know, you can download a movie or something, but I don't know if you can download the games though. But I think they're just gonna add the cloud gaming side of it to Netflix. Like, you know, Netflix has their own games, but it's all cloud. It's all cloud based though. That's it. But yeah, but bringing like Netflix to Game Pass though, when Netflix is already on Xbox though, I mean that's, I don't know, that's. And plus, I mean, I can just log in Netflix right now and watch movies on my computer. I don't even like to download anything on it though. I mean, to be honest, I mean looking at it, yeah. Now let's keep reading, chat. Let's keep reading. So, and it says here, if you've been in the industry or in a certain role for a really long time, sometimes you build blinders where it's like, oh, well, the industry just works that way. She doesn't come in with those biases, which is a good thing. Because, you know, like I said, she's actually questioning everything. She's actually doing what she's got to do and trying to make this box better than what it was. Sharma and Microsoft looking for viable ways to bring more gamers into Game Pass Fold makes sense, especially with the service growth slowing in recent years. Multi-platform Xbox strategy with devices like the Xbox Ally handheld and the upcoming Project Helix console PC hybrid, and an early report that the company wants to expand Game Pass. It is still unclear, however, how exactly Xbox will go about accomplishing that goal. But however it does, we may see options for bundle deals with Netflix as well. Okay, bundle deals with Netflix, okay. In the same report, it was revealed that Sharma has allegedly been in talks with Netflix CEO Greg Peters, and the two have kicked around ideas for partnership. You know, I think that meeting with Greg Peters was all about, you know, trying to discover how can she expand Game Pass as he expanded Netflix, though. Because Netflix, remember how Netflix started, though? Netflix started, you know, they were sending CDs to your house that you can have it for like a month or so and then return it. I don't know because I wasn't there when Netflix came out, which was kicking Blockbuster's butt. And then they went out to streaming, and they have perfected it when it comes down to streaming, and now everybody's into streaming thanks to Netflix. Like, everybody wants to stream, though. So Netflix has like the last time I checked was 340 million users. I don't know. When was the last, you know, hold on a second. How many users? Let's see though. Oops. How many users does Netflix have? Okay, so let's see. I checked this before. Oh wow. As of 2026, Netflix has surpassed 325 million paid subscribers worldwide. So that's the thing though. They have 325 million subscribers though. So she probably was sitting there like thinking like, okay, how can I do this? You know, help me out over here. Let's see if we can grow this service because, you know, it's a good service and have good intentions with it. Let's see what we can do. So yeah, I mean, that's probably what the meeting was. Probably was about though. Would this get you to subscribe to Game Pass? The big price hike to Xbox Game Pass actually was extremely controversial and drove many users away from Microsoft's subscription service. Therefore, it makes sense that the new CEO Asha Sharma will be looking for ways to make Game Pass more attractive, and offering more affordable tiers is a bit of a no-brainer approach to the goal. If there were less expensive tiers of Xbox Game Pass, would you get to sign up for the membership? I'd like to hear from the comments below. Let's see what it says here. Wow, 78% says yes. I have no interest in Xbox Game Pass regardless of what the tier costs. 22%. Wow, that's interesting though. But yeah, I like the way she's working, chat. I like the way she's working. As of right now, because I say this as of right now, from what we are seeing, what we're smelling, what we're hearing, right? Like smelling, when I mean by smelling the good news that's coming out. It's fantastic that she's doing a fantastic job. I mean, like I said earlier, she did pretty good with the getting the, you know, the discounts on the Xboxes for 25 days to get people who have an OG Xbox One, right? Well, not the OG Xbox, but the OG Xbox is the big box from back in 2000. But people have an Xbox One to jump into this new generation. She's actually motivating them and saying, hey, look, you got 25 days, there's a big discount on these consoles right here. Order them, you know, refers, cheap, everything. They literally just threw it out there for people, like I said, who are playing Xbox One. Let me go pick it up. Why not? It's actually pretty good. And so now hearing this news that Game Pass, you know, might get a price drop. Oh man, that is fantastic to hear. That is fantastic. And that brings good hope, because let me tell you something, right? When Phil Spencer was leading Xbox, right? When Phil Spencer was leading Xbox and Sarah, they did something really good, and that was games. They pumped up games. They made good deals, you know. Look at now, we have like pretty much like the only console right now out there that has every Final Fantasy title on it. It has everything. I don't think PlayStation has it, right? Doesn't it? I just read an article that only Xbox has it. So, yeah. But as of right now, Xbox has every Final Fantasy game. Xbox, went out there and did a couple things. They got Game Pass, which has actually been a good thing for us for the last 7 or 8 years of its existence. I mean, we're enjoying this stuff, right? We're having fun. But along the way, though, a lot of people out here went up to the feelings they have felt like Xbox has kind of abandoned them. They have felt that. And I see that. And I've seen that a lot from a lot of people. I had this discussion with a lot of people out there about this, and they're like, man, I feel like Xbox not there for us anymore. I think since they started putting the games over there, I think they crumbled. I think this, I think that. It's not the same thing. Like, I have friends who have left Xbox and joined the PlayStation, blah, 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 for exclusive stuff. I'm like, okay, but PlayStation doesn't have an exclusive, so I don't understand the excuse though, and they're paying too much money for that shit, but okay. That's their problem. If they weren't willing to pay because they got tired of finding a console war, because the thing is, people get up in a bunch about feelings when it comes down to console wars, and because the company did something wrong again and again and again, they decide to leave. But us, who have sticked around and who has been enjoying this a lot, we're trying to fight the war and telling people, hey man, either way though, they step on a rake, they do this happens, right? It's still a good box. It's like I told Pickles yesterday with the PS5 Pro. I told him, do not sell it. Don't give them that money. You have 144 games on your box. Don't give it to them. Don't give them that. Seriously, do not give them that. Don't give it to the company, because that's what you got to think about at the end of the day, is what you have and where you have consumed, right? And if you have an Xbox too, I mean, enjoy your box, period. But sometimes I've got that feeling like Xbox has abandoned us. It's like abandoned ship. It's abandoned its core base, and they don't feel good. And from what I'm seeing as of right now, what this lady is doing, she is kicking butt. She's kicking butt. She literally sat there, took down the freaking, this is an Xbox ad, good thing. She literally dropped down the prices, and now she's talking to Netflix to bring Game Pass to Netflix, and plus, she's looking at dropping the price. It gives all of us hope. Like, shit, she's actually doing something. She's actually, trying, and we're right now like spinning our heads right here, looking at her. It's like, oh, you're doing something good for the fans. You're doing something good for the fans, because we've been out here fighting this. We've been out here, trying to promote the box, while you guys did not promote it as much. But shit, I'm happy you're looking at it, and I'm happy you're doing all this good stuff so we can keep on looking and keep on investing into this box. Because let me tell you something, one of the things that actually scares us is, when it comes down to all this stuff, is, hey, what was that? Now I lost my train of thought because I read something though. Chat, bring me back to it. PS Gamer Boss says, if Xbox drops Game Pass prices, that's going to make the Sony ponies cry even harder, and be hoping really hard, and eventually we're going to see. Probably PlayStation do the same thing. I could be wrong. Okay, say good morning, my brother. How you doing? I think actually she's doing her job myself. Yeah, I think she's doing a pretty good job as of now, because we got to talk of as of now, right? You got to talk of as of now. Because, David, let me tell you something, right? With everything that's happening out there, we do not know what else can happen out there. We don't know if down the road we'll probably see Xbox shut down the studio. We do not know what's going on, because, industry-wise, the industry's messed up when it comes to all these big AAA studios. It's messed up, chat. It's messed up. It's crazy. So, right now, when it comes down to the box itself, she's trying to get the box more attractive again, which is a good thing. Because listen, dropping down those prices the way that she did was, wow, fucking awesome. I was like, whoa. And I was just looking at something that really attracts consumers, and that is Xbox Game Pass, and saying, okay, let me look at this. Let me see how I can fix this. Let me get some tears out. Let me see what I can do with this model and get things going. Another thing she did that was really fucking positive, and she did it like literally in 2 weeks. She said, hey, I'm hearing a lot of people with the quick resume. I'm hearing a lot of people with this stuff, fix this. And now they're fixing it. All of a sudden, we're going to get quick resume and say, okay, assign this to this game and do this. And that was something that Larry put out there. Why don't you do this? And he was really happy seeing that news. So, yeah, she's actually really working on stuff that, needed to be worked on. So I felt like Phil and the team kind of abandoned, though, even though they were giving us games. But it felt like they abandoned the thing, though. Game Walk Bandits says Louis Marathon sold more on Xbox and PS5 ratio, guys. How is that possible? I'll tell you why. Let me tell you something. That is true, though. I'll tell you why is it possible. Because they hate everything. Those guys hate everything. They hate everything. The only thing they love is Uncharted, God of War, Last of Us, Spider-Man, Wolverine. That's the only thing they love. They don't take that stuff seriously because let me tell you something. Look at that game that what's his name put out there from Double Fine with the pots. It looks weird, but you know what? I want to try it out. It could be a fun game. I want to try it out. I want to try it out, and probably I will enjoy it. Probably, I will stick to it if it's a fun game, Did you hear that Hoo Dilly Studios was shut down? No, South Park has not been shut down, my friend. If they do, I'll be super sad. Here comes Nini. Well. And Nini, tell me what game runs better on the Pro. Tell me what game looks good on the Pro. Tell me what game you're going to play next on the Pro that you're going to have fun. Because that's all you come by and say. Damn. And Nini's a good guy, guys. He just comes over here and messes with me. But he's actually a good guy. He's not that bad, though. Commander Striker says, half of the ponies are kids playing Fortnite. They don't care about the other games besides those. Okay, Commander Striker, let's fix this right now. But beforehand, shout out to the 60 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell. Let's go. Look, you got to understand between a PlayStation fan, a PlayStation fanboy, which is ponies, right? There's a difference. Let me explain this to you. The PlayStation fan is the guy who likes the box, like I do. I like the box to play games on. For example, I have a PlayStation where I like to play the games on it. That's it. That's all. But I don't go fanboying about it. I just like the box to play games. That's a PlayStation fan. Like, they like the brand, the box, the controller, blah, blah, blah. That's a PlayStation fan. Now, the fanboy, though, which is the pony, is the one that goes into the chat and fights everyone in here. And fights the whole world. Yubei says, what the fuck is Hoo Dilly? Well, Yubei, there is an episode back, I don't know what season it is. I think it's 1 or 2. I think it's season 1, though. There's an episode from season 1 or 2 that, and Yubei, join the Discord, I'll send it to you because, I don't want to mention it too much because it's a weird thing. So, Cartman is looking for his father. And he asks his mother about the father, and his mother comes out with a response. That was pretty funny. And so the mom says, well, I'm not going to say it. Bro, just join the Discord. I'll send it to you for you to laugh, though. But that's where the term comes Hoo Dilly. From that area. Where the man puts his Hoo Dilly in a woman's chat. There you go. See, I said it. But, yeah. People were lying when they said PS5 for casual, so they did not lie. Because here's the thing, though. I know a lot of people that own PS5s. That you sit down and you talk to them. They'll tell you one thing. I talked about this yesterday. Play one game or not. I have a couple friends that have a PS5 and they just play FIFA. And they play GTA. FIFA, GTA. And I've asked them, why don't you play other games? Like, I don't have the time for it. They don't. And so they got kids. And right now, the cool thing, because remember, chat, this is something that's happening, though. I'll give you an example. Here's one example. Let's say this. Right now, at this very moment, you do a Fortnite movie. You do a Fortnite movie right now, and the theaters will be packed to watch that Fortnite movie and probably do way more better numbers than what Mario did. Because, why? We love Mario. But we're the adults, so when we're introducing our kids to Mario, we're introducing our kids to Sonic. I gotta tell you, and this is a funny story, I got a nephew who loves Sonic the Hedgehog. He loves Sonic. He was a big fan of Sonic. You know what I did? I was like, okay, let me get him a Nintendo Switch for Sonic Frontiers. That's what I did. Guess what he did with Sonic Frontiers? Even though he loves Sonic, he didn't play. All he got is Nintendo Switch to play. I'm not kidding you. He got his Nintendo Switch to play Roblox and Fortnite. That's what he did. Because the kids were telling me, hey, go play Fortnite. Let's play Fortnite. Let's go take this down. Let's do this. That's the thing, though, right now. It's the truth, though. Hey, Lethomania. What is it? Lethomania. I gotta get that name right, though. So it says, Xbox will always be known as the shooter box. I think the shooter box is PC, though. They got a lot of shooters in there. People were like, when they said PS5 for cash. Yep, it is. So, PlayStation, as a brand, it's like, it's gotten really big. And one of the things that, Joey was on here talking about is that Xbox needs to get to that level so people can pick up the box. They need to get to that level, guys. They need to. Mario Galaxy movie comes out next week from today, Louis. Oh, I want to get that Yoshi thing. I really want to buy that Yoshi. I hope they have it in the movie theater because I want to buy the Yoshi. I know it costs $50, but I want to get a Yoshi for my room. I love Yoshi. Yes. Wait, there's no Roblox on Switch? There's no Roblox on Switch, though? There isn't? I thought Roblox on Switch, though. Hold on a second. That cannot be true. Let me see. Oh, shit, it's not. Wow, I thought it was on Switch, though. But he was playing Fortnite, though. I was on it. And the tablet's playing Roblox. I was confused. Sorry about that. Because, I don't play that much on Nintendo Switch. I only play Mario Party games on it. You sure that PlayStation since COD is top selling? Exactly. Roblox is player base is something like 70% mobile, 27% PC. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yes, I did. Why so serious? I did. I've been eating hash browns for the last 2 days, man. And I've been enjoying those hash browns, but I can't get tired of the damn hash browns. They are delicious, man. I'm telling you. Woo-wee! I love them hash browns. Woo-hoo! I get excited, man. Every time I get done with this, I say, I say, what am I going to eat? Oh, that's right. Hash browns, man. I'm eating them. I'm going to... So delicious. So, let's not talk about food because then I get hungry. So, bring it back in. You know what's so funny, Pickles? Doesn't matter what I get him. He's going to play on the tablet. No matter fucking what. This kid went nuts. He wanted a PlayStation because he did not know what an Xbox was. No joke. I had to explain to him what an Xbox was. Like, oh, I'm being serious though. No joke. He thought the Xbox was a PlayStation. That's how bad it is. Because they just hear the PlayStation name, that's it. And the other day, he wanted to get a VR headset, and I was like, why do you need a VR headset? Explain it to me. To play games, what games? Then I told him, you said the same thing about PlayStation, and you only play 2 games. So you're spending all this money on this machine, or making the parents, or making the uncles, and everything. But he said, hey, it's just for Santa to bring. I'm like, but Santa, when it comes down to that, he has to buy it, though. So I don't think Santa, is going to buy that stuff if you're not going to use it that much because you have a PS5 and you have a Nintendo Switch. You don't use it, though. And it's true. He doesn't use it. He plays more on the tablet. No matter what. He can have PlayStation games, whatever you can. Listen, you can build them. The Behemoth PC, I'm telling you, you can probably get a... Yes, he did. Yes, he's only 7 years old, so he's 8 now. But, you can build them Behemoth PC. You can build them like a PC with 559s in it. A fucking, what's it called? With liquid cooling running through it, and have this big box of extremely full tower and everything. And he still is going to game on the tablet, no matter what. There's no way to changing that, though. Casuals are the worst, but here's the thing, though, you babe. That's what's happening nowadays. Because, look, we are getting old, you babe. We are getting old. Sometimes you sit there. One of my biggest complaints is, for example, I finished Resident Evil. I finished Resident Evil in 3 days. 3 days I finished Resident Evil. 3 or 4 days tops. Thank God. I like when I finish games like that. So I can move on to the next. We need more games like this because right now, all these big-ass open world games are really having an effect, and with the price too. So we need more of this. We need more good story games. And let me tell you something, people gave Resident Evil a high rating. They weren't bitching about the time or anything, but Resident Evil, you probably can finish it in 4 hours if you wanted to right now. You can. But we need more of those games out there because time is a problem with us. Because as you get old, you get more interested, right? You got kids. When you got the kids take 95% of your time right there. 95. No joke. They take 95% of the time because you got to stick with them. And then you got that 5% where you're calm, you want to play games and do stuff. But when that 5% comes down, you can't play games so much because the next day you got to wake up and take the kids to school. So like I said, 95% of the time is gone. Yeah, these younger kids, they don't. You can explain it to them, but they won't care. You can explain to them the console, they won't care either. Kids these days watching the favorite streamers like Markiplier, and most streamers only plays PC, so these kids know mobile phones and PC. Yep. That's how it is. And good thing PC handhelds exist. Yep, they do. So we can take it to anywhere, play our games and everything. But it's still, we don't got the time, my friend. We don't. It's insane because look, this is what adults do. We go to work, we come back. And after we're done working, if we got our kids, we got to check if the kids did the homework. We got to check if the kids did something. And we got to pay attention to what the kids doing. Because let me tell you something, the kids invent too much. They do. They get real curious. They do. So we got to watch out for what they're inventing or what they're doing, right? So you got to pay attention to that. And after that, once you got the kids to bed, comes the downtime. But you're either too tired to play games or you don't have enough energy, because, or you sit there and you're like, okay, let me play 2 hours, for example. At least let me do one mission on The Witcher, which one mission on The Witcher is basically an hour or 30 minutes or 40, and you get down to do 2 or 3. That's it. How long are you going to take to finish that game, though? Woo! I mean, I'm telling you, it's time consuming. And that's how it is now. Kids nowadays know Pokemon and Mario. They know Pokemon and Mario because we mention it. Because if you didn't, then, that's it. Where's Joey? Joey is busy, my friend. He's going to be busy till the 5th of April with work. So after the 5th of April, he will come back to us because, he's covering for his co-workers that are on vacation. Kids also love Sonic. Yeah, they do, but they don't play the Sonic games, though. They don't play the Sonic games. They don't. They don't play the Sonic games. They talk about Sonic, but yet they don't play the Sonic games. They don't. They do not, my friends. They do not. But yeah, like I said, loving Arsha. She's kicking ass out there. Loving it. As of right now, I'm really loving what she's doing because, like I said, one thing is that for this new CEO, this new one, you can talk all you want, my friend. Talk. But you got to show it to us. And she's actually showing it to us. A lot of things, though. Oh, Lordy. Oh, man. This is hurting them, chat. This is hurting them. Like I mentioned earlier before. This is hurting them a lot. And look at this. Man, how much money was spent here? I talked a little bit about it earlier, but here we go. Sony and Honda are scrapping Ophelia. No. What? Okay. Yo, Sony, listen, Sony. Look, we're gonna have a serious conversation about this, Sony. Look, hold on a second. Let me put myself in big though. Sony, stop with these weird ass names. Ophelia. Ophelia does not sound good. It's like I feel a thing right here. Yeah, I'm feeling a thing right here. What kind of name? I mean, you got PSSR, which we call pisser. Then you got FIEC, which is feces, and that's that raunchy smells you're gonna deliver from your games. Seriously, stop with the weird names out there. Like everything has to do with the bathroom or a feel a thing or feeling a thing. I mean, what the hell kind of name is that for a car? Hey, I'm gonna get a Fila. What does Afila stand for? Oh, I feel a thing right here in the car. Ah! Come on! Zoom it out. Weird ass names though, Afila. And yeah, Xbox has some weird names though. I mean, Scorpion, Helix, Hawk, Hudson, Bobby. Yeah, we got some weird names too, but damn. Not like this though, like Pisser, Feces. Kind of damn ass names on this. So, let's keep going, chat. It says right here. So Sony and Honda are scrapping Ophelia, their car with PlayStation dashboard themes and remote play. Aww. The only way to drive it now will be Gran Turismo. The only way to drive it now will be in Gran Turismo 7. Ah, damn. Sony and Honda have announced that they are abandoning development of its Ophelia electric car. The car was part... What the hell is this dude, though? Oh, okay. He's wearing a CM Punk shirt. Oh, that's Paul Heyman. Ah! Cool. So, a joint venture established in 2021 that was originally set to release in 2025, where it will build around a premium entertainment experience. Stop with the ads, assholes. Man, I gotta check. My world is up though, so that's weird though. But chat, I got a question for you guys. And I'm being serious. This is a serious question. I'm not kidding you. This is gonna be a serious question. I even have to switch the screen right here. Why do you buy a car? You buy a car to be transported to go somewhere, you know, where you drive the car and you're responsible in the car. What kind of fucking idea do I need entertainment in my car? For what? I need entertainment for my car. The only thing that needs to be entertained is the back seats if I have kids. That's it. But for me driving, I don't need to be entertained with shit. I don't want a damn movie playing in my car right in the front seat while I'm driving, or a kid playing the game while I'm driving in the front seat. What happens if the kid says, Dad, I can't see them run around this way. Look, and you're driving the car. I mean, they're gonna be annoying you with that thing. Seriously. And you got it on the screen though, so of course, you know, you stop for a moment, or you says, hey, hit start. You know, you gotta wait till I get a, what's it called, till I get a traffic light or something. No, stop the car, I need help right here. That's some crazy ass idea right here. I would get motion sickness, yes. You would probably get motion sickness from it. You get sick from driving in the car, which is okay. But look, what kind of crazy idea you want entertainment in a car like that? You can have music, which is fun. You can have the movies thing on the back, where they stick their headphones and stuff like that. But that's for the kids to watch movies and stuff. Or if you want to add the console, that's cool. But having it just to play games, or the fun part was that I read somewhere, and that's true, that you can use the DualSense to drive the car. Bro, listen. There's a big difference when people have a steering wheel at home to drive when driving games versus the controller. With the steering wheel, they have more control. With the controller, they don't have that much control. Like, for example, Forza Erwin, my brother Forza Erwin, love him to death. Forza Erwin! I do miss his videos a lot. Good guy out there. Forza Erwin, when he was doing the racing games, he literally told you how to tweak the controller for it to be a better experience when you drive. But he uses his steering wheel. He loves using his steering wheel to play his racing games. He does. So, because it has more precision. It does, more than a controller. So imagine you got a DualSense to drive these cars. You cannot make this shit up. So imagine you, chat. Let's have some fun with this one. Imagine you, chat. Let me grab this. Oh no, let me grab one of these boxes right here. Oh no. Imagine you this. I'm already laughing what I'm about to do. Alright, yep, alright, there you go. Imagine you this, chat. Let's say you put like a, let me see what I can put in here. Because let me tell you something, alright? Wait, this is too, what should I grab though? I need a cable. Let me see if I can grab a cable though, just to do the impression though. Imagine you, chat, you're right now, at this very moment, I'll use this cable. Man, you chat, you're at this very moment, right? Like, yeah, can drive the car with the controller. So you get out the car, and the car's in the parking lot, and you gotta grab your controller, right? And head into the mall like this, right? Like, yeah, like, okay, here comes the thing though. Where are you gonna put the controller? Unless if I had Jinko pants like back in the day with the big ass pockets, I don't think this damn thing will fit in my pants though. So now you're having this thing with Jinko pants on, rubbing here or rubbing against your butt. That'll be a fucking uncomfortable feeling. So you have another choice. You get a bag for the controller, right? Like this one. And you put in, let's say, a nice little, what's it called? A nice little, let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, all right. There you go. There you go. I got it in here. Oh, yeah, man, you know, doing this, right? I tell you, yeah, you know, hey. Let me tie this up real quick. So, man, how cool would this shit look right here? Oh, I mean, it's long though, but how cool would this shit look? Like you having this thing right here, hanging right here in your fancy, like walking in the mall, like, yeah, I got my controller here. So that way, you know, when I get outside, I can pull out my car with my controller, turn it on with the controller, say car, pull out. You know, and pull out that sucker, you know, my controller. I mean, can you imagine? You're sitting at the mall and you're doing this right now, or outside Walmart or something, grabbing the controller, you turn that sucker on, right? You turn that sucker on, and you're like this, right? Oh, that's so tight. You're like this. Oh, I can't hit that car. Wait. So, woo. I'll tell you what, I like the idea from Tomorrow Never Dies. That's the idea I like. Why do I like the idea from Tomorrow Never Dies? Because when Tomorrow Never Dies, you see Bond riding his car with his cell phone. It's like, doing all that stuff with the cell phone. Remember that? That was pretty cool. I like that. And part of with the cell phone, you open up the app and it will give you sensors and tell you what's close, what's not, for you to take the car out and come bring it up to you. That's actually a better idea. Seriously. Good God. That's one of the funny things I've seen. Yep. Car pull out. Louis 2026. Car pull. Hey, that would be a good game though. Oh man. So let's keep reading this. But it's insane they brought up that idea, chat. It's insane they brought up that idea to do that. I was like, no, I'm sorry. So let's keep reading because that's another thing that shut down yesterday from Sony. So here we go. A number of features announced for Affiliate were based on Sony PlayStation products and IP to the extent that when the prototype was reviewed in January 2024, it was driven onto stage using, there you go, using a DualSense controller. Last year it was announced that Affiliate will be the first car to offer PlayStation Remote Play, allowing players to play PS4 or PS5 games on screens inside the car. Seriously? It was announced in January that the car would also have a dashboard theme based on Astrobot, God of War, and other PlayStation games. Oh my God. Hey man, you chat. You grab the car, you're cruising. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up my date right here. Let me go pick up this girl. Yeah, let's go. Let's hop her in. And this girl hops in the car. She looks at it and she sees Astrobot or she sees the God of War on the screen. She's like, what the hell is going on? Who is it? What is this? Oh, this is from PlayStation. What is a PlayStation? You're gonna look. I don't know why you got the idea that Astrobot or this is for adults. This is adults. This is for adults. Having like Astrobot or like a little robot, like no. That's why the Beetle. Remember the Beetle, the Volkswagen Beetle, that little Beetle that they invented. It didn't sell well because it had the fucking flower in it. No guy wanted to buy that car because of the damn flower. Well, except for Gabriel Iglesias though, but that's a whole different story though. You know, he got made fun of because of his buggy though, because you know he loves the buggy and he made it beefed up though. But yeah, at the end of the blue, I want to buy a buggy with the flower in it. Imagine you buying a car with Astrobot in the background saying, "It's Astrobot." Come on. You gotta be serious, my friends. Seriously. My God. Come on, man. So let's keep reading chat. We're having fun right here. Can't make this stuff up. And now it appears that none of this will be happening, with Sony Honda Mobility stating that to plan to discontinue the development and launch its first model, Ophelia 1, and the second model, as reported by Nikkei. The venture was blamed changes to the electric vehicle EV market on the decision, with Honda reevaluating its EV strategy as global sales have started to slow. Earlier this month, Honda canceled 3 of its other EV launches of Plan of North America, said it's expected to losses of $15.7 billion. Holy shit. The underlying assumptions of Sony's Honda Mobility business operations, such as the utilization of certain technologies and assets planned to be provided by Honda, were fundamentally altered. A statement from the venture reads, car enthusiasts who will have liked to have taken Ophelia for a test drive. Who the fuck was interested in driving this ugly ass thing? Seriously. Cause y'all acting like this is gonna be like the big breakthrough. I mean, let me tell you something. Unless if the car did 0.30 seconds from 0 to 100, I will not be interested in that shit. No way. Shit. Just drive with the dual sense? Come on, man. Come on. Car enthusiasts would like to have taken Ophelia a test drive, can at least still do in the virtual form. Gran Turismo 7 added the Ophelia prototype car in 2024 update, following the Ophelia in an August 2025 update. Seriously, who in the blue hell wanted to drive this damn thing? And the price of this thing was gonna be mad expensive too! Sup, Louis and China Vampiro Borracho is here. What's up, Cage the cunning linguist? How you doing, my friend? What's up? You a feel of those faces? But seriously, who the hell want to drive this damn thing? Doesn't look like it's fast though. So let's see, Honda Ophelia price. Let's go see what the price was. I heard the price was. Psh, you gotta be nuts. Well, the 2026 Honda Mobility Ophelia 1 sedan will start at $89,900 for the base Origin trim, and the rides through roughly $102,000 for the premium signature trim. You gotta be nuts to pay that money for that damn car. And it was ugly. I'm sorry. It looked ugly. It was an ugly car. I'm sorry. I mean, I know some people always say, "No, it look cool." I'm like, no. I did not like the idea of that car. And yes, I'm with you. F electric cars. I like hybrids better. I drove a Tesla when I was in the States. The biggest issue was finding a place to charge it. No. Unless if my... So 100,000, yes, for the Honda Ophelia. Yes. Exactly, eBay. Hybrids are the best thing in the world. As of right now, though. Yeah, electric cars are trash. I just keep my Jaguar F-Pace SVR. I don't like electric cars. I don't like them. Personal take. You had to take it to charge, and by the charging, you had to wait 40 minutes. It's not like the gas station where literally it takes you 4 minutes to put the gas in and go. That's it. Literally 4 to 5 minutes, as much. Because they made it easier to do that. You can you rent a Tesla? Yes, you can. I'll give you the site though. You can download this app called. Hold on, I'll tell you what it is called. I have right here somewhere. Okay, there's Motor Rights, BMW Motorrad. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it though. I don't know, where is that site though? Halo, Cash Pro. I forgot the name of the app though. But there was an app though that you can literally, and I ordered it from the app though, it works just fine. You can literally rent the car and you'd say, okay, can you park, like for example, when I went to Miami with my father, we rented, that was the time I rented a Tesla. Because my father was like, yeah, I want to try a Tesla, but yeah, I was the one trying it, and no, we were like, no, this is not the car for us. It was not. It was too annoying. Tesla, yeah, Tesla, whatever the name is. Good God, it was annoying. Seriously, it was. I'm looking for it, my friends. I don't know what the app is called. There's Canvas, there's luckily for something games, ExpressVPN, Logipack. Let me see. I can't find it. I'm sorry, I just can't find it. I think I deleted it by accident though, which is crazy. I shouldn't have deleted that thing. It was here though. Yeah, I think I deleted it by accident. Let me see. What is that app called? But there's an app where you can rent cars and you can rent it for like how many days or something. You just try it out. You can rent it for a day and give it a go. Game Up Man, it says EV owners sell the cars when the batteries start going bad. Then it's someone else's problem. Yep, that's true though. 30K for battery, you better off spending 30 exactly on 2000s exactly. That's the problem with those cars though. I have a cousin in Aruba who has an electric car, and he was telling me how it saves and everything. But once the battery started to have problems, he's like, damn, that battery costs even more than the damn car itself. It's like $15,000 for the damn battery. More than the car. And it was a Ford Focus. I think it was a Ford Focus, something like that. It was an electric Ford Focus. So yeah, no. Louis say, I drive my Tesla through Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, imagine you know, picking up a hot date. You're a fila. And you got Astrobot playing in the background. Me, I, Astrobot, God of War. I got a picture of the bottom of the car. Seriously? Come on. Come on. And for the price on your 2000? Hold on a second. Let me just check something, all right? How fast can the Afila go 0 to 100? 0 to 60, sorry. Here we do kilometers though. So power output was 483 horsepower. Can a 483, let me see, the fastest electric car. Let me see, I'll do this measurement right now. From 0 to 60, all right, 0 to 60, let's see now. So the fastest electric car goes up to 169 to 1.72, okay? What is the horsepower of the fastest electric car? So let's see, what is the horsepower of the fastest electric car? So yeah, let's do the math. So the fastest electric car in the world is Yang Wang. What? Seriously, what kind of name is that? Yang Wang for a car? Pulls the yang and reduces the wang. There you go. Yeah. Come on. Extreme by BYD produces roughly 2,978 to 3,000 plus horsepower. It achieves top speed and 300 and something. So basically, you know, it goes up to 250 miles per hour tops. So look, that's how much it takes. So 483, it's gonna be like 3-second to 4-second car, pretty much, when it comes down to electric. So again, that's too much money for that. So Cybertruck is so ugly. We have a couple. They look ugly in the inside, but the inside though, they look pretty cool though. Yang Wang, yeah, exactly. Yang, no joke, Yang Wang. I'm not kidding. That's the name of the car, Yang Wang. You grab your Yang and pull out the wing. God, what? Okay, Louis, chill, Louis. We don't want the show to go to hell right now. Remember Nivera? I think I don't trust Chinese car. They always lying about the capability of their stuff. No, we're gonna move on with this. No, we're gonna move on with Yang Wang. Yeah, what should we move on? We're gonna move away from this though. My Jag has 450 horsepower. Damn, Gen X, what the hell has you got in the Jag though? In the Jag, damn, I want to drive that Jag. You know what I love? I love American horsepower. That's the truth though. American muscle. That's what I love. Yang, one is the sound a mop makes. Yang. God, this show's going to hell. Oh Lord. Pickles, that's old news. No big deal. Move on. What's old news though? What's old news though? How come y'all? This is the problem. How come y'all always say it's old news? When are y'all going to recognize y'all have a situation over there? Recognize it. Y'all have a problem over there. What does it have to do to move on? You cannot move on for this. You gotta start asking questions. I don't know why don't you guys ask those questions? Like, what's happening? Sony, what are you gonna do to get better? You guys need to start doing that. Instead of focusing so much of what Xbox is doing, focus on your own damn backyard. I cannot believe it. Like, oh, let me look at the neighbor's yard. Okay, hold on. Let me look at the neighbor's backyard. Oh, they're making barbecue, man. Look, oh man, but those burgers are bad. Ew, I mean, look at those burgers. They don't look nice though. They don't look good. Why everybody sitting like, what a tasty burger? Like it looks bad. But in the back though, their house is on fire. But still, the house can be on fire. They're gonna still focus on the barbecue. And we focus and say, hey, bro, your house is on fire. No, I'm looking at your burgers. They look nasty. What kind of burger is that? Bro, your house is on fire. No, the burgers are nasty. Seriously, look at your own backyard. Look at your homes. If you are fans of the company, as you say you are, which I do not believe you guys are fans. You guys are just stuck to the idea of going out there talking shit, because that's what you guys are a fan of, talking shit, period. Nothing else. Because that's what these fanboys do, is talk a lot of shit. And instead of focusing on, like I said, shit. Stop talking shit and focus on your own stuff and talk the shit over there and say, hey, Sony, what you doing? Come on. These days, you're cutting off left, right, up, down. What's going on? Are you guys okay? Are you guys fine? Since the whole TCO, TLC, whatever the damn TV's called, I keep forgetting it. But shit. After that deal was signed, I literally said this though. Yo, Sony is in trouble. How can they give 51% to that damn company? Why? And things started to fade down. Oh no, wait, oh, hey, yo, we still got 92 million console shit, yay. We got Saros coming around, yay. We got Wolverine coming around, woohoo. Studio shutdowns, okay, let's move on. Oh, it's okay. Louis, calm down, relax. I am calm, I am relaxed. I'm just trolling you guys and having fun trolling you all right here. I'm being serious though. I will not take a Bronco though. I will take a Bronco if it's hybrid, but I will not take a Bronco though. That shit's a fuel eater, man. Oh my God. I had a Jeep Wrangler. Oh man. But if it was a hybrid, I would look at that Bronco though. That is true though, brothers and girls, right? That is true. Man, those burgers look nasty. Hey, bro, your house is on fire. No, I don't care about that. It's okay. Let it burn. So no problem. I mean, I'm looking at your burgers. They look bad. Oh, yeah. My parents bought a brand new Bronco. Sold it before it hit 2K. Drive on those. Really? They were? The Bronco, they do have a Bronco that I think it has a V8 though. I think they have the Ford Raptor Bronco though. I think it has a V8 into it. I think. I don't know. Probably does. Let me see. So let's see. The Ford. Oh, it's a. Oh, damn. 25 for Bronco Raptor is by high output 3.0 L EcoBoost. My ass is EcoBoost. V6 engine. 418 horsepower. Wow, they should have had a V8 version though. Weird. Performance, the engine enables 0 to 60 miles per hour. Let me see, 0 to 60 time to 5.6, 6.8 seconds. Screw that. Too slow. Too slow. It should have V8, you're right. Yeah, should have V8. Sorrows, but they didn't even buy Returnal. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. It's sad though, Chad. It's sad that, hey, we talk about it, we mention it, but they come over here trying to tell us, hey, you know, bro, move on. Move on from what? Because listen, if they come by and listen and they hear us make fun of it, joke around about it, you know, of course, or at the end of the day, shit, chill out. But hey, at least they're hearing it and we're telling them, hey, y'all, you're in trouble. It looks like y'all be messy over there because, like I said, ever since they signed those deals with that TV shit, things have not been looking pretty over there. It's me, the boy Lewis, with a $5 super. He says something is definitely going on PlayStation, Sony PlayStation though. They closed down visual effects studio, gaming studio, and a Sony car production in the last 2 days. Bro, boy, there has been something going down because, like I said earlier, with the whole TV shit happening, it's been downhill from there. It's been downhill from there. And Lin Tao going out there and shoving it into your face is like, hey. And I'm just gonna zoom in, like, hey. Let's say, you know, I'm gonna grab this. Let's say this is a PS fanboy right here. Let's say this is a PS fanboy. They're like, hey, it's okay. We love you, fans, but we're gonna go over here and charge you more money. It's for us to face the RAM crisis. Yeah. But didn't you all make record profits from PlayStation sales, from networks and services and everything? Why can't you guys face the RAM crisis yourselves? Why do you gotta go? Is it Lin Tao? I don't know. I don't know if I got her name right. I don't know. Sorry if I butcher her name. But didn't y'all like make record profits? Didn't y'all like sold a lot? Didn't y'all do a lot of good stuff? I mean, because your numbers were looking pretty positive over there. Why can't you all take it from your pocket? No, I'm not kissing it. No, not kissing this bear. No, this bear needs to, you know, be washed. It does. But this is just the bear for example though. So like I was saying though. But didn't y'all do like all this stuff, right? All this good stuff. And why you gotta charge the fans more than what you're charging them? Like for example, the $10 increase for games. What else? The whole disc thing separately, which I found it okay, but stand, for example, you gotta pay $30 for a stand now. No joke, for a plastic thing where you stick it up the console's butt. No joke, $30 for that shit. I'm not kidding you. With $30, you know what I can do, chat? And I'm telling you this. I can buy a piece of wood this big. I can cut it, buy some nails and a hammer, slap it, pop, 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 and literally use it to put the PS5 on that damn thing. And probably save $15 with that shit. You can't make this shit up. It's like Sony went the Apple route. You know what I mean by the Apple route? Oh, you buy an Apple phone. Well, we're going to sell you the charger for this much. The plug. Or if you have, you know, those outlets where you can plug it directly, then you know, shit, come on. Exactly. And these guys don't bitch about it. It's okay. They need to make money. Okay, let them. Y'all thinking like the Nintendo fans, you know, when it comes down to the accessories, you know. Hey, it's okay. Nintendo charges more. No problem. All right. Keep thinking that. Seriously, stands so separate. The stand is the plastic toothpick that comes in the Swiss Army knife. It's me, the boy Lewis, with a $5 super. He says in 2025, Xbox 2 highest rated on Metacritic were PlayStation ports, and PlayStation's highest rated game was a PC port. These are strange times, 100%, bro boy. Strange times these days. Strange times where we sit here and have fun with this because look, for all these years, they've been throwing us bullshit. The sad part about this is their bullshit is heating them up. Exclusives matter. Exclusives sells consoles. Exclusives do this. Exclusives do that. Okay. They do all that shit. Do they now? But kind of funny though, without exclusives, they're still selling consoles though. Why is that though? Huh. Interesting, my friends. I already told you the measurements the other day, and I already told you the point, like, one of the things. There is an estimate, I tell you this much. There are 135 million PS users right now. 135 million. Out of that 135, there's got to be 10 or 15 million that are fanboys. And then the rest, you know what they are? Casuals. They buy this thing to play 1 or 2 games a year. That's it. or 1 game a year or 1 game for 5 or 10 years. That's what they buy it for. Period. The rest, they buy it, you know, to play this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Yeah, okay. And then you got the ones who see an exclusive. Yeah, let me go buy it. Yay! It's incredible, Chad. It's incredible when you sit here to see the truth. And now I understand why Jim Ryan got on his knees and begged for all that stuff. But please, Call of Duty, please don't go. Please don't go. Don't go. Stay with me today. Please don't go. Please don't go. That should have been the theme song for Jim Ryan when he was walk. You know how wrestlers have the theme song when they walk in. You know, like CM Punk has the cult of personality. Stone Cold has the glass shatter. You know, Jim Ryan when he was walking to the FTC and CMA was like, "Please don't go, please don't go." He walked in there like, "Yeah, please don't go." All crying, "Please don't go. Call of Duty, don't go. Don't go away from my box. Please don't go. Please don't go." Call of Duty was the thing that was funding their exclusives. That's chat. That is, oh my gosh. You cannot make this shit up. Call of Duty was the thing that was funding y'all's exclusives. Because y'all didn't even fund it yourselves. You got guys coming in here, running into the chat like they did yesterday, ran in here, running real fast. And like, y'all crying for our PlayStation exclusives. Man, I laughed my ass out so bad. Because seriously, that's a comedy side of things though. You gotta laugh at this stuff. Why in the blue do we care about your shit? We got so many games to play, it's not even funny. We're packed with games. The question is, will we have the time to play those games? Nope. We won't, chat. We will not have the time to play those games. We won't. But if they do go over there, of course, we're picking it up and having fun with it. Yep. Come on, find me, camera. Find me over here. Louis, pretend like you're running again. Why do you pretend though? Louis must be a beast at karaoke night. Ah, my best song is "My Heart Will Go On and On." That's my #1 song right there. Celine Dion. I cry every time I hear that song. I think about it. I think that's the pony song. Right there. That's gotta be the pony song right there. Seriously, that's gotta be it though. You think about it. You know, should have closed down. My heart will go on and on. The car shuts down. My heart will go on and on. Concord shuts down. You lost 500 million. So my heart will go on. Come on. Oh man, it's good bashing though. I love bashing stuff. It's fun. It's fun. We release a little bit of that tension, that industry tension that is out there. So let's see what else is out there besides, you know, cars shutting down, you know, yeah. Let's see what else is out here. Let's see though. What is going on here? So much bad news on Sony's side though, and you know what they did? Let me show you guys what they did. Hold on. Let me show you. Here. Oh, I love when the leaders go out there and cry, and I love how they move the goalposts. Hold on. I'm bringing this up, chat. I gotta bring this up. Let me bring this up. Let me bring the chat GPT today. Not chat, the new GPT 2.5 though. Let me see, is this it? Nope, that's not it. Hold on, I'm bringing it. I think he deleted his tweet though, because that was a long ass tweet though. No, that's not it. No. Keep looking for it. Ah, nope, that's not it. No. Keep looking for it, Luke. Keep looking for it. It's like I said, they're looking for positive things to talk about. Oh, here it is. I found it, chat. Oh, he did not delete it though. I did not delete it. Let's go look at this, chat. Let's go look at this. Let's have some fun. Because man, I'm in the fun mood today. Oops, I copy pasted the wrong one. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Copy, paste. Oh man, chat, you cannot make this up. This is literally an article, almost. This is literally. Hey, can someone play the Star Wars thing? I think the song will be over by the time this hits on the beginning though. And probably if you see this shit on the Star Wars, it will literally take like 10 minutes of screen time. Oh my god, so let's go. It says here, let's read it real quick. I am one of the only people online that understands PlayStation's business. Why they make moves such as porting to PC? Inherently, it's not a bad move to port business sense-wise. If you disagree, then sorry, but you don't understand anything about business. You don't understand it either. PlayStation's main issue is innovation. At least you got that one down. I've always said it. That's PlayStation's biggest problem, innovation. It comes at a huge cost, literally 200-300 million for a AAA single-player game development studio. It's just plain and simple and unsustainable model. Oh. That is what fundamentally made PlayStation port to PC to get this extra revenue. But as you can see, 2,307.89 billion across 4 years of porting PlayStation AAA games to PC is not even remotely good enough. Let's keep on reading. What also improves the strategy flopped is how PlayStation Studios AAA single-player tentpole titles declined heavily in sales during this period. And you did not mention why it declined though, because that's what you guys do, don't mention it. Before porting to PC, God of War Horizon and Last of Us, Mario, Spider-Man, Uncharted all sold around 20 million units. Again, I don't see a single person or gaming outlet point this out. Why did this game decline in sales? A lot worse sequels. In fact, they should have sold at least 15 million plus more units, more given the sheer size of the PC install base. So around 35-40 million units each. In my opinion, this is totally unacceptable given the damage it did for both the sales of these games and the PlayStation ecosystem. What fucking damage did it do? You see, this is what you say you understand the PlayStation business, but you don't, because listen, your consoles at 92 million shipped consoles. 92 million consoles shipped. What did it do, bro? Guys are so. This is why I say the fanboys don't listen. Why didn't your title sell well? Because you should have added right there in that paragraph. They did not sell well because they blocked 180 countries with the PSN thing. But you didn't add that. Because of course, you say you understand the business and you don't. Dumbass. We can also see from sales, PlayStation provided sales only sold around 1 million units for each game on PC bar. However, still, funnily enough, this wasn't initially part of the PlayStation Live Service push, as it was in development for 8 years. No one mentioned this either. Oh, okay. Who cares how long it was developing for? But shit, PC bought it. Chasing live service is the correct strategy also to help alleviate 300 million for a single player AAA game development. Studio cost live service could sustain these costs with recurring revenue of this model. How PlayStation went about this was total incorrect and complete disaster. They're trying to move the goalposts. Watch this. They're going to move the goalposts now. Having your own PlayStation studios who mostly develop single AAA games to then change the studios and make live service titles was the biggest error in PlayStation history. 2,307.89 billion biggest error in PlayStation history was trying to shove and push that exclusive thing inside your throats and lying to you all in your faces. That was the biggest error. Which you did not point that out because you're too much of a big PlayStation fan. Because in your faces, again, it's been told 100 million times that it was Call of Duty who skyrocketed PlayStation up there. More than ever. But okay, let's keep going. It was not exclusive, though. And if you bring the PS2 thing, people bought the PS2 to watch DVDs, my friend, because it was a lot more cheaper than a fucking DVD. But okay, let's keep going, though. But yeah, they played some games, but you know, of course. So let's see, though. Let's keep going, though. So I completed career, almost to develop a AAA game, so then change the studios and make the life. Okay, London Studios still hurts to this day. Aww, you want a pillow for that? Closing this below studios was wrong. How PlayStation sustains these huge 200 million plus cuts going forward remains to be seen in the future. They told you what they're gonna do. But okay, I think it is fair to say that PlayStation porting to PC has totally flopped. These games ported should have stayed exclusive to PlayStation console. Also, IDGAF, if you think... What does IDGAF mean, chat? Help me out with that one. If you think porting to PC was the right move, I have always said, and will always say, if you're a true gamer or true fan, no matter what, you will buy the game day one. I repeat, day one on that said platform it launches on, period. If you're a true fan... You're so stupid. He doesn't even understand how the fans work, though. Also, acquiring studios at the pace PlayStation did was incorrect, too, as it clearly did not work and fit PlayStation's history. We've seen from Shaw Layden's words, it is more if PlayStation is aligned with the studio, not the studio itself, how it fits into PlayStation, not the other way around. Oh, wow, seriously? Current strategy is a big reset of PlayStation Studios live service titles. More or less, most of them are canceled. Now only 4 live service games are in development, and it is clear PlayStation is moving away from live service games along with rumored move away from PC and mobile. So here we go. This is where they change the goalposts. Currently, PlayStation will focus slowly on the console PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6, along with rumored PlayStation handheld. PlayStation Portal was a massive success, a device that should have existed years ago. Now PlayStation focusing on the handheld market as they once did with the PlayStation Portable. The walled garden, as they say, is back. And it should have been long-lived exclusives on PlayStation. Move the goalpost, buddy. And this is the problem. You guys keep lying. You guys keep with the bullshit. When literally Jim Wright in your faces told you all the truth. He did. When he was begging for Call of Duty not to go elsewhere. Because they know if they lose Call of Duty, PlayStation wouldn't... Which forced PlayStation to go pick up Bungie for nothing. And this is what I get pissed off because you know what? You guys come out with these dumbass comments. Seriously, be honest with yourselves and say, what the hell is going on over here? What's going on with this box? PlayStation, why are you cutting this? Why are you doing this? Why are you not sending these games over here when you guys need the money? Because if you guys made 200 million, then the install base is not buying it. Because that's another thing, though. Your install base is not buying them. They're not. I mean, if you saw the leak from Spider-Man, which literally told you 7.2 million copies in order for them to fucking start making profit, and it says it right there, 7.2 million copies in order to make profit. I mean, come on, man. Come on. You guys got to sit down and look at this business side of things and say, okay, something's happening here. The install base are not buying this game. Who is the install base? In order to understand, like if you're a fan of Pick Up Day One, right now the situation is we are all fans of games. Look, Crimson Desert came out. I really want to play Crimson Desert. But Louis said, I saw something with the with how it's running on the console and everything. I have a feeling that this game is going to come out a bit broken. And guess what? It came out a bit broken. It did. It has a lot of issue. Put in PlayStation first-party single-player games. PC is a waste of time and money. No, it's not, Mike Johnson. That's where you're wrong, Mike Johnson. Blocking 188 countries or blocking that was a waste of time and money right there. Nothing else, because the pace on their PC sales was actually really good. The thing is, they're trying to bring you this bad news in a way that you guys forget what happened, because you guys were cheering for the damn PSN account out there, and I told y'all this is a big mistake because they're going to lose cash. And guess what happened? Lou was fucking right. They lost cash. A ton of cash. Because listen, as it says, if you're a fan, or if you want to be a fan, you'll buy it day one on PC. But shit, you did not let the fans go ahead and buy it because y'all blocked the countries that you usually have the fans for those games on. That could have picked it up, that play on PC. Period. That's a big effect. Because that's the thing though, y'all don't sit down and think, what is the but if this situation's happened? You cannot put a but on this situation, because I'll tell you something, and I bet you this much though, and I'm being honest with you, if there was no region lock, right now, this very moment, things would have been different. Because listen, if the region lock was working, they would have not taken it off, my friend. They wouldn't have. And that's the truth. They took it off because it was affecting the sales, and by the time they took it off, it was already too late because their big-ass important titles were already out there, and people moved on and playing something else. That's the fucking problem. Pickles PC, don't come up with the pirate bullshit in here, because we've all pirated games. Shit. Don't come up with that bullshit. I love how they come up with the PC pirate game. Man, I had my PS1 pirated, I had my PS2 pirated, I had my PS3 you couldn't pirate. Shit, all of us have something pirated out there. Yeah, Nintendo Switch, you can pirate that shit. Nintendo, not going to piracy, but you know, just in case, we love you, don't sue me, but shit, we've all done pirating things. We've all used Napster, we've all used all this shit. Come on, man. Yeah, I dare you to go pirate Serious Sam, go for it. And come back to me. Tell me how you kicked that big ass scorpion guy's ass, though. It should be day one because of the hype. Sunrise, they can release it day one, they can release it day 50. The thing is, if you have the game, if you're a fan of a game, because I even saw a comment, at least one comment out there for someone who lived in one of the PS that who lived in a country that it was regional locked because of PlayStation. You know what he said? Damn, it was God of War Ragnarok, and I remember this, seeing that fan going out there and say this. Damn, this PSN account what's gonna do is gonna block it for me, I can't buy it. I was like, wow. Pirate isn't stealing if buying isn't owning. Because that's another one though. You don't own these fucking games. You don't own these games, my friends. You don't own them for years. You don't own these games, though. This is a license you're paying for to play these games. It reads it on the box, loud and clear. If you're still stuck to the idea that your CDs have the game in full, my friend, you're in for bad news right there. Oh, pirating games is illegal? Okay. So, your point? Your point? What are you going to do? Defend this now? When you know, Mike, you pirated games. Come on, Mike. Don't come up with this bullshit. No, never pirated a game. Bullshit. Come on, man. Shit. Or bought pirated DVDs or bought something like that. Damn. So you're telling me that emulation is bad too? Go ahead, bring it. Bonus is the type of fanboys that if Sony prices their games at 100 as standard price, they would argue the good for them. Exactly, they would. They would. They would. While we in the real world, we think about spending $100 in a game, because with $100 you can literally take the family to Wendy's. 4 people, you can take to Wendy's and still have 20, 40, 30 bucks to spare. Insane. So don't come up with this shit about pirating games, because seriously, I hate how they want to be all innocent. That's not why they stopped it, Mike Johnson. And still they have not confirmed it why they stopped it. That's bullshit. That is not confirmed out there because of the piracy. No, fucking A. That's not true. Stop with those lies. That's what I mean though. Stop with the lying, my friends. And then PC dudes just pirate games. Explain why 70% marathon says on PC. Exactly. Exactly. You cannot make this shit up. That's why I sit here and I laugh at this stuff. I sit here and I laugh a lot. Why do I laugh at this stuff? Because they look for all the excuses. How about let's say this. Let's actually say the truth. You're ready for the truth right now? I'll tell you what the truth is. The business on PlayStation just doesn't work as it is. It doesn't. Period. It just does not work. You all look for the excuses trying to make it work. It just doesn't work. They need to switch it. They need to change the strategy. They need to expand. They need to innovate. They need to get the cash in. And you guys, I'm sorry, and I said this before, there's 135 million PS5 fans. There's 15 million of y'all that are true fanboys. And then the rest are people that buy the damn console to just play 1 or 2 or 3 games every fucking year. Matt Piscatella tells you that. All these analysts are telling you this shit. And if you guys do not wake up and smell the roses, then you know what? There's no faith in y'all. That's why I sit and I look at you fanboys and I keep telling you, as honest as I can be, you all are not honest. You cannot be. All you do is console war, talk all this BS, support console sales, and again, you tell me, what am I going to do to console sales if they keep shutting down studios? How? It's just a box. What am I going to do with it? Play games? Well, I mean, you buy the box for exclusives, as we've been told for years, exclusives are important, and I actually did believe that for a while, and look now, I don't have shit over there. The problem with PlayStation phonies and fanboys is that they think they talk for Sony PlayStation shareholders. They don't know shit. They don't know shit. They go out there and talk stuff. I mean, look, Zubitech brought up a couple good points in there. No joke, he brought up at least 1 or 2 good points, but he did not speak out the full truth. Why did the PlayStation PC business go down the drain, as they say? Why? As Louis said this, you're gonna lose money, and I was on point with this. I was on point, period. I was on point with this because I showed you all on my screen many times. I couldn't buy God of War Ragnarok. I couldn't buy Spider-Man 2. I couldn't buy this. I couldn't buy that. And listen, Dominican Republic. Same thing with Joey over there in Panama. He says it. Dominican Republic is blue country. Panama is a blue country. And if you block this from blue countries because they decided to move on from the console to PC, what do you think they're going to do? As a consumer, I'll tell you this. You think I'm going to be that much of a fanboy to go pick up a $500 box if they're doing that? I will say, man, fuck them. I'm not paying $500 for that shit. Because if you do not give me the access on PC, then hell, how do I know you're going to give me the access on the console too? Oh, you can have the access on the console, but shit, then I got to pay for the service in order to play, then I got to do this. Fuck them. They're not taking my money. That's how a standard person thinks these days. Because the thing is, y'all think we think like you guys. We don't. We just don't. We don't think like these fanboy conversations. We don't. We actually go out here and tell you guys, stop with that bullshit because you're all lying to yourselves. Oh, man. Woo. Now let's see if Louis finally reached the 2K. Oh man, we're one step away from reaching 2K. We're 1,999. God! Didn't Nixie just show a trailer coming next where they are brought in PC? I mean, if your take comes to PC, I'll be laughing my butt off right here because y'all were cheering for this shit. And the sad part about this, y'all don't know what you're cheering out for. I mean, I'm like, y'all think 2.3 billion is not a lot of money? For a game that already on the console made its money. That little extra right there is so sweet. I mean, I wish I had something that I could throw out there and get an extra $2 billion on it. Sablo, do you have something out there extra? You know, to get 2-point-something billion dollars in there, Sablo? I mean, damn, come on. And Cage, the funny thing is, if it comes out without being blocked, it probably sell well. It probably will. If it's not blocked. Because look, Cage, here's the thing. Here's the thing that these guys don't understand. I'll give you an example. Look at Sour Blow. Prime example. I think I just lost my life. Chris and Des are gonna take it away from me for a while. I mean a while. That's an example. There are, check this out, chat, and this is facts. There are almost, literally, 2.3, 2.4 when it comes down to PC, consoles, in general. 2.4 billion right there, gamers right there. Just in PC and consoles, right? 2.4, something like that, billion. Or let's say 1.6, right? 1.6 billion altogether, right? Crimson Desert came out. Big game, awesome, fantastic, you know, it looks beautiful. Even though it's got its issues though, like I said, I'll wait till they patch it up for me to buy it. It came out and it only sold 2 million copies. So tell me, how is that going to dent the 1.6 billion gamers that are on PC and consoles? Or the 1.3, whatever number it is. But how did that dent it? It didn't do shit, my friends. It didn't. It didn't do shit. And that's the thing though. If there was only that one game, like Solitaire or Minesweep or what was that pinball space game that was on PC that was free that everybody played. Even Fortnite though. Fortnite, if you sit there and you look at how many players are on Fortnite, let's go look for that number though. It didn't even put a dent into that either. Let's go see. Maybe I'm wrong though. Yeah, it did dent it though. Fortnite didn't dent because Fortnite has 650 million players registered. Look, as of early 2026, Fortnite has over 650 million registered players with 30 or 40 million daily active users. 30 or 40 million active users. That's a lot. That's a lot. There are not 2 billion PC gamers on the planet. Bro, it's approximately getting there though. It's getting there. I find it kind of funny, PlayStation fanboys, when Sony lose money just to the... Exactly. That's the sad part. And the sad part is once PlayStation goes away, they'll be like, what the hell happened? And I keep on saying this, and I'll say this again with all the love in the world. Lou, say this again. The thing that's going to kill PlayStation is the media and its fanboys. Yep. There you go. See? Look at Salvo. It depends scenarios, and that's the thing, though. No. Steam has this much users, though. But look, because the thing is, you guys are confused about something. There's a number out there that I even Googled it a long time ago, and it says approximately this much billion players are out there. But the thing is, what do they play? We don't know, because not everybody is going to like the same game, my friends. They're not. And that's the point I keep telling you all. Not everybody's going to play these RPGs. Not everybody's going to play this. Like, for example, look, we were seeing something out there. We saw Crimson Desert. We saw him posting the game, you know, in big things. We saw him do the marketing on Crimson Desert. Everything was wonderful. But the game only sold 2-point-something million copies, or 2 million copies. I don't know how much it sold, but it's actually selling pretty well. And did that hit a dent to all the gamers around the world? I'm talking about the gamers around the world that are on PCs, that are on consoles, that are on Xboxes. Did that dent it? No. Because that's the thing, though. When will this dent? Or when will that one game come out that's going to be like the biggest game out there? That's everybody's going to play it. It does not exist. Because not everybody plays the same games. Like, for example, Big B Money is now Big B GTA 6. I do not know why he changed his name again. He's looking for you two to block him again because Big B has 1,000 accounts now, right? He has 1,000 accounts now. So basically, Big B can now start his own, you know, body thing. He can buy a couple cell phones and start charging people for all the users he has. Yeah, give me an idea right there, BB, just in case, to make some cash. So, I don't know how many emails BB has, though. Damn. So, like I was saying, though, yeah, it's our last night on Pillow channel. That was so funny. Like I was saying, though, right, chat? Doesn't even hit a dent. So, what do you have to do to attract these players, though? Because, look, another thing that he mentions, that I gave him points on, was the $300 million budget. And that's the game itself. Without marketing, with marketing, it skyrocketed to 500 million. So what do you do to get $500 million back? How do you do this? If your player base on your console is not buying them, you got to start putting them elsewhere to get that money in. And don't get me wrong, the strategy with having it released a year later was not bad, though. I got to be honest with you, it was not that bad. It was not that bad because they were pulling in the money. It was not that bad. But when you went in and blocked them, that's when the fucking problem started. Because the PC fans won't take that shit. PC fans do not trust you, PlayStation. And they have every right to do so. Because the funny thing is, just the other day, and this is recently, Crunchyroll just got hacked. With 1 petabyte of information. Petabyte. That's the first time I heard something like that. Petabytes. I never heard of that. 1 petabyte of information. People's information, credit cards, emails. Sooner or later, we'll probably get that email. Hey, the prince out here needs some money. Send him some money. We need some cash over here. Probably get that famous email we used to get back in the day. Soon. But shit. They took the information out. That's from Crunchyroll. And then you have Spider-Man statistics going out there, which they did. Then you have Wolverine game going out there. Literally, the Wolverine game went out there. Exactly. Exactly, Legendary Yobi. That's the first time I heard that. Crunchyroll gets hacked. Wolverine gets thrown out there. People actually played it. Supposedly. I don't know if that's true, though, but supposedly they played it. They finished the game, too. Also, I see a lot, and still to this day, that PS accounts get hacked. PS accounts. Just the other day we read that the biggest trophy maker out there on PlayStation had his account hacked by someone and stole his account. So you're telling me you think PlayStation PS fans are gonna jump into? Nah, I'm sorry. They're actually smart. Actually smart for not doing it though. And this has been going on since 2012. And you guys have not fixed this shit. Ay, 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 my friends. Ay, 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 ay. Who the hell keeps hacking Soda? I do not know. But it's funny how they always hacking them. And shout out to the 63 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And also hit that bell. GTA 6, GTA 6, GTA 6. Man, you know what I found funny? Big B gonna get a tattoo of GTA 6. Big B gonna get a tattoo of GTA 6. He's gonna do that one day. He's gonna do that. But that's what I mean, though. Look. You say you understand the business, but you're not looking really well, though. You understand the exclusive business. I give you that, though. But you know what, my friends? It's time to move out of that and say, hey, bring in the money. North Korea wants to hack Sony because of the movie about Kim Jong-un. Yep. Oh, yes, they did. See, that's another one. And I could keep on mentioning more and more. If you say GTA 6 3 times, it will sound big money like Beetlejuice. I ain't not laughing out. Hell no. Man, Big B, if you get a GTA 6 tattoo, man, I'm going to go over there where you live. I'm going to kick your butt, man. That's too much, though. I do want a Doom tattoo, though. But I want the flaming cross from Doom, though. That's the only tattoo I would get in my life, though. When I get the muscles, I'm getting that tattoo, 100%. That is when I get the muscles, though. Gonna pre-own GTA 6 now, la fella. But you don't know what I mean, though. Like, look, you want to be a fanboy. I get it. You want to keep on with this console war. I get it. But the thing is, you do not know how much with this console war you're damaging your brand. And at the end of the day, of course, it gives us content to make fun of you guys, because we do, because you come up with the weirdest things out there. But you are really hurting your brand. You got to sit down and look at your own backyard. It's like how I said earlier. We're making barbecue in this yard. We're making some good-ass burgers. We're enjoying them. They're over here talking to us and saying, hey, or looking over there and saying, man, those burgers look nasty. And they come over there and try to talk to you and telling you, man, those burgers look nasty. They ain't good for you, this and that. And when you look, you're like, yo, your house is on fire. And they're like, no, I don't, it's okay. Let it be on fire, no problem. But your burgers are nasty. Yo, your house is on fire. You got to call the fire department, cool it down. No, I like your burgers. I mean, I don't like your burgers. They're nasty. Your house is on fire. And it's funny though, the fire can come up to their legs and start burning them. You can say, bro, you're catching on fire. They're like, no, it's okay. But you're burning up, my friend. Constant word is good for the body. Yes, I agree constant word is good for the body, but you going out there and lying about stuff is not good for you, my friends. You gotta stop with the lying. And if you're like someone big out there coming up with this stuff, you gotta stop with the lying though. You gotta stop it. You guys lie so much, you guys are not being truthful anymore. And for example, look at this. This is a prime example. And I'll say this again. Jeff Keighley, where's the tweet? There's no defending him anymore. They're seeing right through him. They're not. There's no way to defend him though. Where's the tweet, Jeff? Where is it? Because when someone leaves Xbox, y'all gotta go tweet it out. And we're like, who the hell is she though? Even though, not to destroy her or anything, but it's like, who the hell is she though? It's like, if the janitor, this is what's so funny though. If the janitor in Microsoft leaves, he will tweet it out. He will tweet it out. He will go ahead and tweet it out. He says, oh, the main janitor over there on Xbox just left. He got tired. Well, PlayStation shuts down on the studio, doesn't go out there and tweet it. Wow. And then you want the Xbox community. You have lied so many times, my job's not even funny. I think I'm one of the few people here that speak facts, and sometimes I could be wrong on my facts, and I'll say, man, my bad. I'll say it loud and clear, my bad. I thought, this and this and this. I'll say my bad. I'll seriously say it because, sometimes we shoot and we miss, but damn, you guys lie to yourself. Like saying, let's move on. It's okay. They shut down the studio. Let's move on. No problem. Like the live service thing. If you guys do not understand why Sony is looking for that live service game, if you guys do not get it, and still till this day do not get the point why they're looking for that live service game, is because the single player games are not bringing in enough money. Live service is what brings them the cash. That's why, and I say this for the millionth time, I'll say this 1,000 times if I have to. That's why Jim Ryan was crying about Call of Duty, because that was their money maker in their console. It was not their exclusives, it was Call of Duty. That's why they want that live service game so bad, because again, we just look at the numbers. Fortnite has 650 million registered players. Sony at least wants 100 million of those to be registered and spend the money there. That's why they want the live service. That's why they focus on it. Xbox, on the other hand, has advanced when it comes down to live service, because look, for example, Forza Horizon has 55 million players. Fucking fantastic. Sea of Thieves, I don't remember the last time, but let's say 44 million players on Sea of Thieves. Where were we now? We're adding up. Then we have Grounded, which has more than 20 million players, I think, the last time I read it. If I could be wrong, you tell me. But it has that, though. Jim Ryan got fired was a good thing. Mike Johnson. Right now, nothing is good in general when it comes down to the gaming business side of things. Because, look, if you have, is it Tom Henderson? Yeah, Tom Henderson going out there and doing a showcase to get and asking, and it's right there. I mean, I forgot to write to him. I said, hey, send me the link. I would love to stream it, because why not? It's to help video game devs to get investments in there. Why not? I will help them. If you got Tom Henderson doing a showcase to get investors to hop into gaming, to invest into the games, we have a problem out here. A serious problem. We do. And PlayStation, no matter how positive you see those numbers, and Sony itself, there is a problem on Sony, which is not looking good, and it's not going to come out to light until it comes to light. And lately, things are coming out to light. They quit the affiliate project, which at the end of the day, I was like, why are they doing this? This is stupid. But okay. Literally, like, how much was it? 4 years later, they quit the affiliate project. That's money spent, thrown out there. They shut down Concord, which I don't know why they purchased that bullshit, which they shouldn't have. And that was money badly spent. They shut down London Studios for what? They shut down this, they shut down that, they shut down. It ain't looking pretty, my friend. It ain't looking pretty. They gave you The Last of Us 100,000 times. No joke. The Last of Us is more side projects than fucking. I don't know. I don't know how many times they're gonna suck up the juice out of The Last of Us though. Now you gotta. I find it so funny they made a book, you know. You know what Sony needs? They need to reconstruct their business again. That's what they need to do, period. And they need to innovate. They need to go find the user out there, Mike Johnson, and they're not. They're trying to find the user only on the console, but the users, the users, have expanded. We have expanded a lot. We have. All of us have. And that's something they don't point out, how much of us have expanded to other hardwares. And if you think that you're going to bring us back to this hardware, you're fucked. We're not going back to this hardware. We're not. Especially if you have a $4,000 rig. You're not going to go back to that hardware. With a $4,000 rig, you don't look anywhere else. I don't care if you get a new game. I don't give a shit about that. Because in my $4,000 rig, the way the games look and the way I'm enjoying it, why in the blue hell am I going to pick up a $500 box to play those games and pay for the service? Where over here I'm not paying for shit, just for the game I buy. With literally 100 storefronts on it, because you got Battle.net, you got Steam, you got all this stuff on this box. Why in the blue hell am I going to go pick up this one thing that just has this one store and I have to be subbed into the service? I mean, come on, man. Maybe the business hasn't changed though, and it should, because I gotta tell you something, and I mentioned this the other day, right? And I told you this the other day. If Xbox quits making consoles, they say I'm done with consoles. You know, I'm just gonna focus on cloud or PC, whatever. If they quit doing that, if they literally quit doing that, I'm safe. Because why am I safe? Because I got all my games over here. That's the only storefront I trust right now. Why do I trust that storefront? Because that storefront is everywhere. It's on my Xbox, it's on my cell phone, it's on my TV, it's on my Fire Stick. It's everywhere. I hope it does, because they really do need more storefronts in there. Yep. Sony is a publicly traded company. It has investors. Every time PlayStation makes a profit, Sony have to share those profits to its investors. Leaving Sony only a few profit on its own, they are struggling. And here's another one though. Sony is also a hardware business. So if one hardware that they invested money into, take for example TVs, look what they had to do in order to come back from the TV side of things. They give it to TCL. They say, hey, TCL, grab it. 51% of you, 49% us. Which that was an insane move right there. That's what they do. If nothing works, if it's not working after they invested money into it, they got to find a way to bring that money back. And what do? PlayStation brings in the profits. Okay, let's put some money in here. Let's put some money over here. Let's put some money over there. Because that's what they do. If something loses money from one thing they made money from, they're going to put it over there. If you guys not know this, incredible. You have to find that out. Just telling y'all, it's true though. If I were PS2, I'd be pissed how much they try to shove Horizon down people's throats. No. Horizon? I wouldn't be mad at Horizon, because to be honest, the Horizon has been shoved like 4 or 5 times. The Last of Us has been shoved 100,000 times. I'm tired of The Last of Us. Seriously, it's gotten to a point, like I keep saying, like, when are you guys gonna make Last of Us 3? Because it's annoying now. I mean, I don't want to hear another announcement from The Last of Us. No joke, I just don't want to hear it anymore. We have a Last of Us controller. We have a Last of Us book that tells you What is it? It gives you the lines of the whole game. We have The Last of Us in chronologically order. We have The Last of Us this. We have The Last of... Stop with the damn Last of Us. Who cares if they're the market leader? But if the company itself is having problems, it doesn't matter if they're market leader or not. What am I going to do? Like I said this again and I asked you again about same thing with the console sales. What am I going to do with being the market leader and they keep on shutting down studios? What am I going to do with that, Mike Johnson? Explain that area to me. How is that going to bring me into a positive thing right here? They could be everything. Man, listen. PlayStation could be the king of London. They could be freaking the king of the universe right now. But if they keep shutting down studios, what does it do to me, though? Nothing. Just tell me something's going on over there that's not looking pretty, though. What does it tell me that it shuts down? Literally, in the last 3 months, they shut down 2 studios, shut down PXO. They decided to quit funding the cars, no, 2. That's 4 things that they're shutting down right now. 4 in total. Valve is a private company? No, listen. Commando Striker, a tip from Louis. Never ever is a yacht a good investment, my friend. It's a never ever good investment. The only time you're happy with a yacht is the day you buy it and the day you sell it. I'm telling you from personal experiences. Yachts are a headache. You can't move in the quarters. Sano, who here knows anything about Comfy UI? What is Comfy UI though? What is that? My son was born like that. He kept moving. Saf, what are you saying though? I'm lost here. So 3 things that studios has shut down. And then, when you looked at the trajectory, because that's a funny thing though, finally, Push Square came up and said something to be honest. I was like, wow, this is actually, them being as honest as they can be. They showed you, for the last 6 years, they shut down 8 studios. Wow. And now, the thing that gets me though, you have this long-ass paragraph out there, which we read, Star Wars paragraph. We read it loud and clear to see his talking points. And they're trying to switch it around. Thaneros, I do not know. You know, there's a very nice thing called Google. Google that up. I do not know though. Where does poop from go from the I mean, fish eat it though. Ew. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding though. Well, they do actually, but I'm just kidding. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh damn. Oh God. Can you imagine you know what's so funny though? Can you imagine you're down there, you're harpoon fishing, and your stomach starts to bother you? And your tummy starts to bother you? Down there while you're harpoon fishing, and you pull down your pants just to lay that poop out, and all of a sudden like the biggest fish comes out and tries to grab the poop, and that's the biggest fish for you to catch with the harpoon. It's good meat, and the fish eats the poop and you shoot the fish to go eat it at home. Ah, hell no. No, why so serious? Listen. Doesn't matter if you're rich or not, a yacht is the fucking biggest headache. I can tell you this much. A yacht, let me tell you something. A yacht, no matter what, you have the yacht, it's fun. But every year, you got to take the yacht out. You got to have it painted. That's one. You got to have it painted. That's one thing. You got to have it painted. 2, after you have it painted, you got to take the propellers out in order to have them sharpened. Because if you don't have the propellers sharpened, you have a problem because you're going to lose power along the way. You're going to spill out a lot of gas. So you got to sharpen the propellers again, which literally sharpening propellers costs $4 to $5 grand. Painting the yacht costs a lot of money. And if you have engine problems, holy shit. Get ready for that shit right there. Because engine problems are a shit. An engine gets broken, That's literally $200,000-$300,000 engine right there. No joke. Yachts are expensive to maintain and are a headache. And the worst part is the crew people you have working on it. That's the worst part. Because you don't know if that person that you have working on there could actually grab the yacht, go out to sea, and pick up a package. I've seen that happen many times here in Dominican Republic. Many times. And that's why my father majorly sold the yacht because of that problem. One of his friends, and this has happened, one of his friends though got busted, right? Not busted, but he got innocently called in, and he went through a long process because one of his employees grabbed the yacht, went out to pick up packages, and they got busted. That's one of the biggest problems out there. You can't control that. Look, when I lived in San Diego, I thought about using my Akuba certification, my scrape barnacles off yachts. Good money. Oh, that is good money. See? That's what I mean. Another expense. You got to scrape barnacles out of it. They got to. That's a lot. That's money to be made, though. That's money to be made, though. Yep, and shout out to the 58 people here on the show. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Let's go. And we finally reached 2K. Yes. We finally reached 2K. We finally reached 2K. Let's fucking go. We finally reached 2K. We're at 2,000, my chat. We reached the number. Wow, I've been reaching this number for 2 years now. Yay, we're here. Woohoo. Thank you all for subscribing, my guys. Thank you. Seriously, it's awesome. It's awesome, man. I've been fighting to get to that number. We finally reached the channel to 2K. Now it's time to go for 3K and then 10K and then 100K, like my brother Maurice, so I can get that big YouTube certificate right there. Oh, man, that would be awesome if they didn't get that, though. I'll be like crying like if I won an Oscar right there. But yeah, chat. So you want to extend for now for 2K celebrations? If you guys want me here, though, we can, though. We can, though. If you want to extend, we can extend. I mean, that's on you. If you guys want to sit here and do it, we can. Louis 2K. Hey, that's actually a cool name, though. Louis 2K. Oh, L2K. Like, Y2K. Yeah, just call me. Yeah. No, wait, no. What was it? What was Jericho's name? Is J2K or Y2K? What was Y2K, though? Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. I mean, it's all you guys, to be honest, though. You guys are the ones that are really doing the awesome support. You guys are always here hanging out with me and having good conversations. Seriously, it's always fun with you guys. You guys are the blast. That's why I'm here every morning, is because of you all. Because we sit here, we have fun, we bash, we banter, we do all this stuff. This is fun stuff. You cannot take things personally, though. 2K Louis 26, slap my ass. 2K Louis 26. Oh, it's Y2J. Okay, Y2J. Yeah, okay, it's Y2J. Right. Literally. Sorry, guys. It's been a while since I've come back to wrestling. Even though I watch a lot of wrestling shows, though. Like the YouTubers talk wrestling stuff, you know. It's always fun to watch it. Y2J. Let's call it Y2L. Yeah, no, that sounds bad, though. Jericho's my favorite wrestler of all time. Really? He is? Your favorite wrestler? Wow. Y2J. I mean, I have a couple favorite wrestlers. I mean, when it comes down to technical wrestling, like if you want to really watch a good technical, because look, I gotta say this though, one of the best wrestlers out there is Shawn Michaels. You cannot take that down from him, because Shawn Michaels has always innovated when it came down to wrestling. He's one of the best out there. I mean, he could be a brawler, he could be a high flyer, he could be anything. Shawn Michaels did everything. He could be technical. I mean, he did a pretty good technical wrestling with Bret Hart, and Bret Hart is one of the best technical wrestlers out there. So yeah, Shawn Michaels is a really good wrestler though. So was Chris supposed to return to WWE? For what though? Chris should stay in AEW though. Why should he go to WWE? To do what? Stay in AEW. WWE like yeah. WWE has gone from more wrestling to showbiz. It's like too much drama. It's not bad though, but it's just too much drama now. I even quit watching it though. I got 112 GTA. You got 112 what? You ain't got shit. Y2K. Yes. Shawn Michaels was legit. Yeah, he was like when it comes down to it, Shawn Michaels was one of the best wrestlers out there, though. But of course, you cannot ever doubt Ric Flair. Ric Flair made you look beautiful, always. Ric Flair has something beautiful to make you look over. Hogan got 3 moves, yeah, but Hulk Hogan. The thing about Hulk Hogan was that he had such a big stamina that he got the characters. He got wrestling to where it is today. Hulk Hogan did that though. He got it there. But of course, with the help of other people. But Hulk Hogan was the big name. I mean, Hulk Hogan had a cartoon. He did Mr. Nanny. That was a terrible movie though, but yeah. He did Mr. Nanny. He even got the famous phrase called Dookie. What's that smell? Dookie. God, that was such a bad movie. When we still count and said, woo! Yeah, that's exactly. I went, woo! Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, who is the best wrestler? The one who wins more championships, the one who actually does good. But you gotta take all the good stuff from other wrestlers. Like, what have they done so well? Like, to get the company up and going. Yeah, HBK's gotta be good. I mean, one of the best matches, and I say this in all of wrestling history, no matter what, is seriously. And look, I have seen a lot of wrestling in my life, right? What's that smell? Yep, you remember that? Yeah. So, I've seen a lot of wrestling matches in my life, though. But no match has ever had the intensity, the entertainment, the wrestling, everything than The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. There is not a match in history that can actually match that one up. There's not one, my friends. Even when Brock Lesnar broke the record, though, you just cannot compare it. Not even Triple H can match that match with Shawn Michaels, though. That was the wolf. Oh, Lord, we got another one in here. Uh-oh. Dancy Sean, he says, Xbox is trash. Okay. All right. Believe that. That's your thing, though. We're enjoying it over here. Super kick the salad girl. Okay, yeah, that's random. I mean, we're talking wrestling. He comes in here talking like Xbox is trash, though. But okay, go out with your feelings, my friend. Go out. Yeah, go out. Undertaker versus Undertaker better. No, that was a bad match, though. I mean, it was kind of good, though, but no. There was nothing better. Nothing better. Let's say this again. Nothing better than that match with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. My God, it was just too intense, though. Literally, you felt it because you were like, man, Shawn Michaels about to win, and all of a sudden Undertaker pulls out. And then Undertaker does the tombstone again, and Shawn Michaels, boom, pulls out of it. Like, what the hell? Come on, man. Storyline though, no. To be honest though, there's been a ton of better storylines in wrestling though. The thing with the thing what happened with the NWO is because they got Hulk Hogan as heel though, and Hulk Hogan as heel was a big thing, and Hulk Hogan was using the attitude and everything, while WWF in that time was kind of still like, making all these kooky characters like what was that, like how they did back in the day, because I mean WCW ruined everything, right? I mean they keep on saying that as a joke though, which they did 100%. With the goofy characters, like for example, what was that guy's name that wore the Stormtrooper hat? Oh, the Shocker. I forgot what his name was. But yeah, they had terrible names though. And WWF during that time was doing that though. Yep. D-Generation X was the shit. Yeah, D-Generation X was the one that was the attitude thing. So like I said, there was a lot of good stories out there that were probably better than the NWO stories. But the thing is, with everybody watching Hulk Hogan as being his heels, and they dragged it for too long. For too long. Let me see what Pickles told me in Discord, though. He told me a while ago. Pickles, what you sent me, though? Pickles is an undercover pony and needed to come out of the closet and admit it. He's just mad because you woke up, though. They did Kane dirty. They made him a gatekeeper. Yeah, they did Kane dirty though. But Kane though, Kane was a really good wrestler too. He was also a really good wrestler. He did some really good matches. Like for example, that time when Kane pushed what a big good match was I think it was, who was it? There was 3 wrestlers. I know Daniel Bryan and Kim were together, and there was one more when they faced the Shield though. That match was intense. I wasn't expecting that to be so intense though. That was an amazing match. But Kim really didn't know how to push over wrestlers, and he didn't mind it though, because that's what I mean though. When you look at wrestlers, you gotta look at what the stuff they do. Take for example, you sit down with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you ask Stone Cold, like Stone Cold, who is the guy who loved to wrestle with, and that was Savio Vega. Believe it or not, Savio Vega. Look at that, Savio Vega. Savio was not the biggest champion or anything, but it was really good, and Stone Cold felt safe with him. What was that, Pony? Why is that, Pony? I only timed him out. Good. Thank you for timing him out. Good, because I don't know why he came in here mad about it. Again, I don't understand why they go. You know what, chat? One day I'm going to do that. One day I'm going to go to all the PlayStation channels that says PlayStation is trash. I'm going to start doing that too. See how they feel. So I can get banned. Well, you know what I mean, chat, though. So, yeah. With wrestling. Good stuff. Stupid live service games. No, don't be calling them stupid. They're fun, though. I mean, we got to say they're fun. They're addicting as hell, though. We got to say they're fun, though. Because, that's the thing, though. Live service games are going back to, like, the 80s style of games. Like, yeah, let's go back to it. Not that much storytelling. Not that much of this. Let's go. Brock Lesnar, okay. I don't like Brock Lesnar fighting anymore. I like Brock Lesnar when he was young, though. Right now, Brock Lesnar, all he does is these German suplexes. That's it. And it's become stupid, though. It's getting tired, though. I like when he was, like, back in the day when he was a lot more younger. He had more wrestling moves, and he did that backflip thing. Almost broke his neck, but at least he had more wrestling moves than he did, though. I used to watch wrestling until I grew up. Yeah. I watched wrestling until the other day until WWE Network came down, though. Now AEW started with it. So as soon as that AEW service gets everywhere, I'm going back to watching wrestling again. I love it. I love wrestling. I have WWE Raw and Netflix, but I'm like, just I like the pay-per-views though. So wait, you have 76 days in 76? You have 76 days in Fallout 76? Holy shit. You're actually the first person I met out here that actually loves that game that much. Even though I heard some people talk about it though, but have 76 days though? Wow. But you cannot beat my friend Steven though. My best friend Steven from over there. Ooh. My friend Steven has got like 2 years in Destiny. Literally, he has almost 2 years in Destiny. No joke. Destiny 2. That man plays Destiny like crazy. Yeah, man. Like, that's why I ran away from MMOs, chat. I ran away from MMOs because when I used to play MMOs, like I was playing the first Destiny, it took 32 days of my gaming days. And that right there, I said, nope. I'm not going to keep on playing these MMOs. I got to run away from them. I got to run away from them. These MMOs are driving me nuts. And that's what I did. I ran away from them. I ran away. Holy balls, exactly, yeah. So what did Pickle send me? Oh, God. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, my friend. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. PlayStation Dynamic pricing nearly doubles prices of some games. Wow. Wow. That nearly doubles the prices. Wow. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, my friend. Don't worry, Pickles. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Because remember what I said? What did I say earlier? And I told them. And Tao came out and said, hey, we're in charge of software and services. Yep, they found a way. And they're still looking for more ways to charge you even more. That's right. Y'all keep being fanboys while PlayStation keeps on kicking your butts. Which is true. Let me see. Did someone come in and Steam though? And any much? No, I thought I heard a voice though, but it was outside. Yes, sir, BB Money. Tomorrow, the Xbox Showcase, and we will stream that sucker tomorrow. Chat, tomorrow we're going to do a live show. right? The morning show, as always, we're gonna talk about things. We're gonna talk about a couple things, you know, talk a bit about the Xbox show, and of course, we're gonna talk about, you know, what Pickles just sent me. We're gonna have that discussion for tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun, my chat. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a good conversation tomorrow morning. Make fun, bash a little bit, and of course, go into the third-party showcase right here live. We're streaming it. I'll set it up as soon as the morning show is done. Yes, we will set it up right away, my friends. Set it up right away. So let's see what else is cooking out there. Let's go on Twitter and let's have some fun. What's going on Twitter? I just read something and man, you got no. Layouts on PC, but nobody said shit. Layouts on PC. What does Epic Games have to do with layouts on PC though? When Epic is everywhere. Oh, Trister. You need to do something for yourself though. Let's keep going though. Oh. What is this though? Oh wow. Hey, I like this though. Check this out. Let's read this though. We gotta catch this news all the time and read this right here too. We should check this out. Chat. Let me put up something right here we can talk about right now. This is actually pretty sweet. Pretty good stuff though. Let's read about it. I don't know if I caught it before, but this is something that I saw that is interesting right now. So I hope I don't see my girlfriend tomorrow morning. Shit, big money. Listen, your girlfriend, all she gotta do is call you and say here. And you go, okay, run. How'd that song go? I don't even know. I forgot how that song goes. But yeah, that song starts playing on Big Beat Money's head. He starts to run over there to his girlfriend. For him to say, I got a girlfriend. So yeah, this is interesting though. Let's watch this. March. Wait, where was I? Wait, oh, here we go. So March Xbox update. New console is available to insiders, Xbox and GDC, and more. So let's see. This is what's new. So let's go. We're providing new gaming experience for March in Xbox. Insiders will be the first. Is this just came out new? Let me see. When did this come out? Oh, it doesn't say, but okay. I like this though, this idea. We'll be the first to test out newly highly demanded console features. We have updates to share from the recent GDC, and there are new dynamic backgrounds on consoles of Sea of Thieves, Towerborn, and read all the exciting news and games editions below. So here's what's new. New console features for Xbox insiders. Nice. Earlier this month, we unveiled some exciting new features for select Xbox insiders to test before rollout broadly for console players in the future. This include more groups from home, which we already knew about. Players can now customize up to 10 groups. Custom colors. Players can now create custom color with unique express themselves across the console. Quick resume settings. Players can now disable quick resume on a pre-game basis to ensure those games always launch fresh. Profile badges and guides. See your players' 5 most recently unlocked badges when viewing their profile. That's nice. Xbox at GDC. Earlier this month at GDC, we shared more building next generation players for Xbox and developers. This included an early look at Project Helix, our next generation console designed to play Xbox consoles and PC games. We also shared the new Xbox mode will begin rolling out to all Windows 11 devices in April, and highlighted the continued momentum around Xbox Player with its catalog now expanding more than 1,500 titles. Okay, there we go. Between those Xbox mode gonna be due on the Braga X, I think it will though. I think it will. So Casey Collins says, Louis, did you see Cole supposedly has prices on Helix and Xbox going by specs? This will blow PS5 out of the water, but cost $500 more. What was the prices? Xbox dynamic background, Kristen Desert, Sea of Thieves, and Towerborn. New dynamic backgrounds for Xbox Series X and S consoles, allowing you to customize consoles to celebrate these games. Game additions. The new handheld capability program makes it easier for you to identify which games are optimized for handheld play. This update is now visible on product details, pages across select Windows devices, and featured in handheld compatible channel on home unsupported Windows handhelds. Recently, the following games were Prison Desert, Kingdom Come, Towerborn. Xbox Play Anywhere, buy once and play anywhere. Over 1,500 now support Xbox Play Anywhere, making it easier ever to switch between PC and console. Wait, I forgot this. Did I read this? The handheld compatibility program. Let me read this again. I think I read it too fast though. It's easier for you to identify which games are optimized for handheld play. This update is now visible on product detail pages across select Windows devices and featured in handheld compatible channel on home unsupported Windows handhelds. Recently, the following games were added to the program: Crimson Desert, Kingdom Come Deliverance, handheld optimized, and Towerborn. Nice. So yeah, we're up to the Play Anywhere, and these are the titles that are now on Play Anywhere. We got Ariel's Nice Drop Shot, Aquamarine Explorers Edition, Blue Blaze Blue, Buy the Game I Have a Gun, Sheesh Man, Card Cops, Cash Cleaner Simulator. What is that though? Cinemoji Collection, Clue Murder by Death, Deathmatch Love Comedy, Dragon Quest. All of these games are going to be there because it's a long ass list though. Stream your own over 1,000 games. So the recently added the Stream Your Own were Crimson Desert, Docs, Dragon King, Greedfall, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, and many more, of course, because you know it's. And soon we have Mega Man, Star Force Collection, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Super Meat Boy 3D, Train Sim World, and more. Xbox add more games for mouse, keyboard, and touch controls. Oh, that's cool. Touch while like spit, right? This is a pretty nice update though. Mouse and keyboard, cool. This is pretty nice though. Roadside Research, nice. Star Trek Dark Force Remaster. Oh, Star Wars Dark Forces Remastered. Okay. I was like, Star Trek, what? Star Trek had a game though? Which one? I love Star Trek. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what the heck. All I know is that there's Spock and everything, and that's it. And the lizard fight. The infamous lizard fight. But yeah, that's a pretty good, nice update from their side though. From what I saw, Digital Foundry said Helix running 25% is nothing. The fuck? Oh man, don't listen to Digital Foundry, bro. Don't. I mean, Digital Foundry, we saw last week what they were doing. Seriously, no. I thought Xbox was dead. Oh yeah, we always think Xbox is dead because that's what they tell us though. In their brains, in their minds, and in their spirit worlds, and they they go out there and turn a candle on and everything and say the Xbox is dead though. And people are still using Alina Analytics. Come on, man. Come on. Oh. This is interesting though, chat. Let's cover this one real quick. Ah. Let's catch this right now. Let's read about it. Oh. So we have something new over here. Let's check how this game is going to run on the console. Yes. All right. So here we go. We got some news from Forza. It says here, key PC features. Wow, this is for PC though. NVIDIA DLSS 4, AMD FSR 3+4, blah blah blah. High on-cap frame rates, ultra monitor, ray trace, global illumination, blah blah blah. So for minimum, you're gonna have to use 60 gigabytes of RAM. Okay. Storage SSD, Windows 10 11, at least 22H2. Graphics low resolution is 1080p 60. Wow. Recommended, it says here 3060. Nice. Graphics, let me see. This is i5 though. Resolution 1440p, targeted at 60 FPS. Graphical resist extreme. Yay! So, does the 3080 land on here? No, I'm not gonna get it 4K though. So man, it's gonna be 4K targeting 60 FPS. So extreme RT with the extreme ray tracing, which is a 5070 Ti. Man, oh man. You need 32 gigabytes of RAM, NVMe SSD, right? Graphical Extreme RT ray tracing enabled, resolution 4K upscale, target 60 FPS. It's gonna look beautiful out here. Woohoo! Forza Horizon 6 on PC gonna be a beauty. Yes, and Forza Horizon, you know, something they really do catch though really well is all that actions and all that stuff. I mean, it's beautiful. When driving the car, you see the hood, the reflections of the cities, trees, and everything. Man, it looks so fucking awesome. It's fantastic though. It's fantastic. Let's see what else is out here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What? Huh. I found something else, chat. No. Please don't. Please don't. Please, please, please don't. New Astrobot release is absolutely adorable. An adorable DualSense controller case. Oh, it's a... Okay. Okay. I thought it was a new Astrobot game. I was like, what? I was like, no, please don't kill me, though. As revealed in there, adorable. Well, Astrobot has been out for over a year now. This new accessory bundle could be tempting for PlayStation for fans of one of the PS5's best exclusives. Well, probably the only best PS5 exclusive though. So seriously, this is adorable and cute. Because right now, you all trying to move the goalposts. I get it, right? You all trying to move the goalposts, but of all things, you think this is a goalpost move? Jesus, come on, man. How is this a goalpost move? Come on. Chat, you cannot make this shit up. We gotta laugh at this stuff, chat. We has to. We gotta laugh at this stuff. My God. Seriously, out of all things, you're gonna bring up a puppet, a box for the controller, and you think this is cute and adorable, especially with all the bad news that's going around? You guys should be covering the bad news that's going around instead of covering controllers and cute boxes and adorable little foxes. What the hell? Media will be media, my chat. Always will be, my chat. It always will be. I mean, that's the thing I don't get though. Why don't you guys cover like the bad news and talk about it more? Or you guys talk a little bit of that's it. And then now you're moving on up and trying to bring good PlayStation news. Like, oh, this is cool. Mr. Teddy Keys says PlayStation sucks. I mean, shit. The way PlayStation was last gen, I gotta tell you something. They were kicking butt last gen, but this gen, man. Astrobot, best exclusive. Shit didn't sell well at all. 3 million units with 75 million consoles sold. Stop it. That's the thing I don't understand though. That's the whole point. They talk about exclusive, but do you think 3 million units is something? With what is it now? 92 million consoles shipped and 135 million PlayStation users in total? Come on, man. You can't make this shit up, my friends. You just can't. You can't make this shit up. How do you think this is good? Golly, you gotta laugh at this stuff. That's why I laugh at this. You gotta laugh at this stuff. Yep. You gotta laugh at this stuff, chat. I mean, this is hilarious though, because back in the day when Xbox was doing controllers and what was it? They did a controller with nail polish and everything. They got bashed by it, but how about now? Why don't you guys bash this? Oh, because it's asked about it. It's so cute. Help me, God, help me. See stuff like this, you gotta laugh at this stuff. Let's see what else is cooking, my child. Let's see. I'm going down the list. Is fine. Let's see if we can do one more. And that's the whole Metacritic thing. Huh? No. I mean, I guess that's all the news we have for today, chat. Because we all know that Microsoft beat Nintendo and Sony on the Metacritic thing, yeah? I know that for a fact. They beat them. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, guess that's it. And why so seriously saying, well, chat, listen up. The crazy ones gotta go, chat. I gotta head out. I gotta eat something first before I head out because I got a long day today. I gotta get my injections for the head. Because, yeah, you know, I'm bald, so yeah, they're gonna inject some stuff into my head because, you know, I gotta get the flowing in my head for my hair to grow so I don't go bald at the end of the day. So yeah, I gotta go into the doctors, get that done. And I got other things I gotta do. But chat, like always, before we go, tell us what you've all been playing, man. Chat, I be serious, what you've all been playing. I've been in Witcher 3, and kind of funny though, I was gonna do a show with New Lego yesterday, and Louis fell asleep. Because I had dinner, and I passed out. And I woke up like at 12 p.m. Witcher was still on though. Louis getting BBL injection to the scalp. That was that though. Have a good day. Thank you, Mr. Kitty Keys. I don't even want to Google that though. But no, the thing is though, like, I went to, you see, I'm getting bald, so I'm gonna put my head down for a little bit. You see my head? I'm getting bald, chat. So the thing was, since I'm getting bald and I've been for years hitting ball, I'm glad I was here to hit 2K, man. We're gonna celebrate that tomorrow even more, man. I'm happy I'm in 2K, bro. I'm happy. I mean, that's actually really good news, my friends. In 2K. Louis, did Jeff report on the Sony closures yet, or he's still waiting for bad Xbox news to drop by? I mean, all we gotta do is look for it. We probably did though. And someone out there defending him. I'm not gonna say who, but please don't defend him. Please don't. Nope, he still has not. He still has not. Xbox will host this partner preview news event live stream on Thursday. That was the last post he did, which was 8 hours ago. I told you he was golfing yesterday. I called him. He said he was golfing. He's not going to look at the news. He was golfing. But he did not report on the studio closure. Wow. And they're saying that Jeff Keighley's like the news guy or something. But if he's been posting, then he's doing news. I'm sorry, he's doing it. He's doing news for the gaming community. So yes, he's posting news though. Louis, Pony shampoo hosts? No, it does not. I tried that. It doesn't help out. No, it doesn't. I tried it. No. Jeff's defense force is strange. Yeah, I mean, that's a strange thing. But why would I go out and defend this man? Because here's the thing though, right? Look, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. If I was out there posting just bad PlayStation news all the time, like I was posting that all over the place, bad PlayStation news, I was just posting that, right? And Xbox does something bad, I don't post it. What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to get called upon now. That's something that's going to happen though. I'm going to get called upon. Because I did not post it quick or waited 2 days or 3 days to post it, I will get called upon because like, man, why didn't you post this? I mean, this is bad news for Xbox. Post it, talk about it. So what do you think is going to happen if you keep on posting bad Xbox news and the day PlayStation gets the bad news, you don't post it. You stay quiet. He literally stayed quiet for, let's see, his last post was the 21st of March, which is Minecraft Dungeons 2 has been announced, releasing later this year on PC and consoles. And you go in today and post 8 hours ago. The first thing you post is the Xbox partner preview, but you did not post the news on PlayStation Studio closures after everyone, literally everyone out there was tagging your butt to post it, and yet you did not do it. And now you got someone out there saying, oh, what do you think is the news or something? Well, I mean, I'm sorry, he's posting stuff. And if you quit posting them, though, then that's a whole different story. You probably quit posting them because of the bash you got after the Xbox corporate vice president, Lori Wright, left. You got a lot of, you know. He probably did, but let's see if it's true, though. When Xbox gets the bad news, let's see if it's true if he goes out and posts it. Because if he does post some more Xbox bad news, that's a bad look on him. So don't go out there and defend him because he's been doing that for quite some time. And that's why people are calling him out for it. And that's his mistake, not ours. And like I said it before, I said it again. I'll say it like what happened last year, though. It's his show. He does whatever he wants. But with Xbox publishing games, there should have been one at least nominee for Game of the Year, though. There should have been one, though. That would have attracted the Xbox community to run to your show and like the game and like the show. But you know what the Xbox community does? They just let the show ride. And then after that, they just watch it for the trailers, and that's it. They don't care about nothing else. That's it. They just won't care. Why? They just won't care. So, Jeff, you got to do something about the Xbox community to come back to your show, my friend. You got to. Because, man, you for years, we've been calling you out. Because we had a feeling you were a pony, and with the PlayStation 5 Pro hitting the market, you did 45 tweets or 50 tweets that day. It literally sounded like, PlayStation was giving you a bucket full of cash or something to go out there and tweet. It literally sounded like that. 21st of March was my 21st birthday. Really? It was Pickles? Oh, man, Pickles. Pickles. Did I sing happy birthday to you, Pickles? Happy birthday, homie. Happy birthday, homeboy. Happy birthday, Pickles. What's up, Pickles, man? I hope you had a good birthday. I hope you ate a lot of pizza, man. I hope you had a good time with your birthday, my friend. And if you did have a birthday party, you do have to have candy bags, my friend. Always on birthday parties. No. Oh, no. Oh, man, chat. But me, chat, I was playing Witcher 3 last night, and I got to a point where I ate dinner, and I left the Xbox on, and I was watching a movie, and I passed out. Golly. And so I woke up and did the show, and then went to bed. I passed out. I was tired. You didn't do anything at your birthday? It's okay. No problem there. If you didn't do anything, that's good. You saved money. Yeah, but one day, it's nice to go out there and celebrate. Yeah. Celebrate, my friends. Celebrate. But chats, like always, thank y'all for being here, hanging out with us today. Thank y'all for super chats. Thank you for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys to death in chat. And thank y'all for helping me get to 2K. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, man. This is awesome. It's like, I made a huge goal today. Fantastic. And chat, man, again, like always, hanging out here, talking stuff, having fun. It's always a blast. So chats, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful night. Do mean a beautiful and awesome Wednesday. And as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET with Salvo, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher when we do come back right here on this very same channel. And on Fridays, they vibe if they don't. XPI en Español with Elvis Elecita and Metal Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Lou Gaming when I send the signal out over there on Twitter X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you gotta hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Have a beautiful day, you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning on a great day tomorrow because we got the Xbox Partner Preview, on Good Morning with Crazy Lou Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one.